Nice setup, by the way. Your room.
Oh, thank you. Welcome to Comic Artist Pro Secrets. We're live right now. Let me get the chat going here, see if we can get anybody in here to join us. We got to make sure that we have an audience. Obviously, we love you guys. We want you guys to be here with us. It's important. We've got Nasser Rabadi here. He is the writer of an independent comic book called
Stardust.
Awesome. Proud of you. I love that. That's great. You're on the ball. Nasser has quickly learned how to be a broadcaster. It's only taken him like a couple months, right? You were a little awkward at first, but now you've got it, man. You're rocking it. You're doing a great job. Very proud of you. Let me turn this down. Oh, good. It's already down. Great. Liking the new look, Ethan. All right. Yeah, this is the new this is the way things look now. Ladies and gentlemen, Ian Miles Chung. Is it Chung or Chung?
It's Chung.
I just say Chung, yeah.
Yeah, Chung's fine, yeah. That's okay. That's a proper pronunciation, yeah.
Journalist, pop culture journalist, I would say also just political journalist, maverick.
I like that.
Is there any other phrase you would like to use?
Anything you can come up with, really.
people are asking me, by the way, to change my keyboard colors, and I would just like to say somebody actually showed me how to do it. Look at that. Pretty. It's Rainbow Brute. It's Rainbow Brute style.
Nice.
You can't complain about that. I mean, look, you can make fun of me for Alienware.
Alienware's good. I have an Alienware.
Do you really?
Yeah, I do.
These guys are like, you're such a boomer. That's like a kid's computer. I'm like, I just saw it at Best Buy and it looked cool. And I'll tell you something. My life has improved ever since I've had this computer. I really like it. Yeah. I really like it. Hey everyone. All right, so we had kind of a weird day today. Tragedy struck in Florida. Now, I haven't read about this yet. Luckily, we have Ian here. Ian I'm hoping will inform me about what's going on. Ian, will you give us the rundown and then we'll broaden it out from there? But let's.
Absolutely.
What happened?
So I'm just tweeting out the thing right now to your link so that my viewers can watch you as well.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
Well, I should do that also. I didn't tweet myself.
That's a good idea. Yeah, let me do that. Let us do it now. Yeah.
Okay. World Class wants to come in here too, Jeff Hicks. Cool. So I should send him the.
Hey, Doug. What's up?
Hey, buddy.
Oh, Doug's here.
Hey, Doug.
How are you, Doug?
I'm so good. I had a great day.
You did?
Oh,
all right. Yeah. Don't say that yet. Don't say that yet.
Don't say that yet.
Oh, yeah, man. Oh, man.
Yeah, bad day for a
lot
of other people. Yeah, the gaming community in particular has had an extremely bad day today.
Oh, because of the shooting.
Yeah, because of the shooting. Yeah, it's affecting all of us pretty much. Yeah, I mean, DMs a lot of different people. They're all affected. Anyone who goes, to like gaming conventions, we all feel pretty shaken up. I don't go, mostly because I'm kind of out of the way. But if I were in the location, yeah, I'd definitely go to conventions. But
well, we have a mutual friend who was affected down there. Who was
yes.
Who?
Yeah.
Ben. He went down to Jacksonville. I think he had a friend who, I don't know, he was just very concerned about it, very upset.
Uh-huh.
We don't know what the deal is. We don't know. Is everybody okay? I mean, is his friend okay? I guess. I want to listen to the story. I'm not sure what happened exactly.
Right. Okay. So I'll break it down. Right. So there's this event. There's a gaming championship for Madden NFL. It's not a shooting game. It's a football game, right? And a bunch of people are playing the game, and this one guy from Baltimore, I won't say his name. His name is Bitch Boy. Okay, that's his name from now on. Bitch Boy loses a match, and then he sees these other players are popping off. They're throwing insults. It's just gaming stuff. Just making fun of each other, ribbing each other. It's just all in fun games. They all respect each other. All gaming conventions are like this, right? They just have fun. The dude pulls out a gun. I'm not sure what kind. It's not an AR-15, right? It's just a handgun. Starts blasting. You can live on Twitch. This was broadcast to the internet. There were tens of thousands of people watching when this happened. Everybody was shocked. It was on Twitch. It's a Madden NFL championship, and I don't know if it's run by EA. I think it's just an EA sanctioned thing, meaning that anyone can just do their own thing, and then EA will say, "Hey, you can."
Yeah, it was like a Chicago pizza place or something, right? It was
Exactly like that. Yeah, it was. It was one of those types of events. Very small. Not too small as big, but not like gigantic. Right? It's not like DreamHack in Austin. So he shot a bunch of people. He killed the guy on camera. Luckily, the camera cuts out before he gets shot, but you see the laser pointer on the guy's chest.
Oh, for
right?
God's sake!
Yeah, like he was using like laser sights. And
how old were they? Could you tell how old the kids were?
They were teenagers, like 19 to early 20s, like 19 to 18 to 22. Those are their ages. They're kids. They're just kids.
Yeah, my son's age.
Yeah. It's so depressing, and the survivors, they immediately, after getting treatment from the paramedics and stuff, they took to Twitter and they're terrified. I mean, these kids are going to need therapy for years. This is like, they're talking about how it's the most terrifying experience of their lives. They got shot. Like one of them got shot 3 times. Another guy, his thumb is no more. He lost his thumb because his thumb got shot. He was the guy sitting right next to the dude on the camera who got shot. The bullet is.
So nine people were shot, and I think 14 people were injured total associated with the whole thing. And then and 2 people were killed, and the guy killed himself.
4 people were killed.
4 people now? Oh,
yeah, 4.
That was in the last hour or a couple hours. They must have not made it.
Mm-hmm. So that happened, and obviously now everybody's looking for answers, and there's a lot of politicization of this, as you'll find if any event. There's people like blaming race. Some people are blaming video games. They're saying, "Oh, Madden's a shooter video game." That's not a fucking shooter video game.
They were blaming football. I mean,
blaming football as well. Movie Bob, the escapist guy, he does videos with The Escapist. He was blaming toxic masculinity and violent video games on it, like games like Doom, games like Call of Duty. Like what the hell does that even have to do with Madden? Nothing. He's just blaming, pointing fingers here and there. There's some dudes blaming Trump, and it turns out now that this guy who shot those people, the bitch boy here, he was an avid Trump hater. And I'm not going to say that his hatred for Trump motivated anything. I don't think it's got anything to do with anything, right? But to say that it's Trump's fault that this guy shot people, come on. They're hoping and praying that he's a MAGA, he wears a MAGA hat or something, they always hope for this. You see people in the media just guessing. They'll be like, oh yeah, he's a white male. He wears a MAGA hat. No, he wasn't any of these things. He's from Baltimore, he's not from that background. He's not.
And if they ever found an environmentalist T-shirt on him, they would never report that. Anything that they, what I mean, that they don't want to associate, that you'll never hear.
Absolutely not. Yeah, you're never going to see that. So this guy's just a fucking lunatic who kills people because he can't get over the fact that he's angry at a video game. He's angry at the fact that he lost. That is the worst thing you can do as a gamer, to freak out like that, and people make fun of you for doing that. Don't be a professional gamer if you can't take the heat. It's competitive sport. You don't see. I mean, it'd be like if you're playing baseball and some guy throws and you strike out, and you decide to take the bat and kill a pitcher. Why would you do that? Or what is wrong with you? That's what he did. That's the equivalent of that, and that is just insanity. So obviously now everybody's freaking out, and it turns out because people have been looking for answers. I've been in contact with some people in Jacksonville, and it turns out that this venue, it's called The Landing, it has been in a legal dispute with the city of Jacksonville to provide security. They claim that the city is supposed to provide security for the venue. The city says, no, we don't have to pay for it. The venue has to provide security for itself. They have to, and neither of them wants to have any security. So there's zero security, and it's a gun-free zone, by the way. So meaning, no one's going to bring a gun. So, and if somebody does, well, there's no one there to stop them. It's ludicrous. What's the point of having
But they couldn't have stopped this, right? They wouldn't have done pat downs for a John Madden tournament. So the guy would have gotten his gun in there. Security wouldn't have stopped him.
Right? Yeah, that probably would not have helped very much. Which is why many professional gamers, Twitch streamers, and big names like Keemstar are saying that from now on, all these conventions, whether it's a geek convention or a cosplay convention or just a gaming tournament, you need to have pat downs. You need to have proper security. These venues cannot keep hosting these events without spending money on security. Like, they make a ton of money, but they don't spend anything on security. They don't care. You know, in DreamHack in Austin, there is no security. Like, they were talking. These people are talking, and DreamHack is a great event, by the way, but they don't spend any money on security. All they have is a badge check. Like, they check to see if you've got a pass. That's the only thing they check, and that is a much bigger, softer target. You know, it's a soft target. Like, it's a kill box essentially.
I think that every time I go to Comic-Con, I get more and more feeling exposed at Comic-Con, because I know someone's going to come and like protest me at a booth or something. But those crowds, when I see that many people and I see that security, I just go, this security can't do anything if something happened here. Like, no, 100,000 people in a building.
They can't even keep out creeps, you know, like there's like people who grope women and stuff, and they don't even, they can't even handle them, because if they're like, say, too fat or too tall or too big or whatever, there's no way to push them out. The security is made up of people who are, they're just geeks, right? They're just like.
So don't you think? So don't you think the no security angle on today's shooting is kind of a non sequitur?
No, I don't think so.
I mean, it should be there, fine, but
I think that for like the longest time, like this is going to happen. This is inevitable. You know, people have for the longest time warned about the lack of security and why, you know, these venues need proper security, not just a badge check. That's not going to do anything, right? Or having some old guy pretend to pat you down. That's not going to work. But they need proper security. They need they make
like a metal detector.
Yeah, like a metal detector. That alone would have solved everything, honestly, because most people see a metal detector, they freak out, right? They do not want to walk through that if they're carrying a knife or a gun. They are afraid of it. Just the illusion of it alone is enough to terrify most people. I mean, that's the reason why, you know, TSA, it wastes a lot of money, but it's the security theater. And ask anyone who works at an airport, they'll tell you that they do feel safer because the passengers, they believe that it's real, right? Even though it's not 100%, it's real enough to dissuade most people from committing acts of terror.
Wow. Well, it's another one of these terrible, awful events. I really feel like my opinion on this is that the media creates more of these guys.
Oh, absolutely. That's why I call him Bitch Boy.
Well, there's an incentive in it. I mean, people who would normally just commit suicide have decided essentially to go out in a blaze of glory by taking a lot of people with them and causing pain, getting notoriety on CNN, getting your name out there. It's pretty awful. It's pretty awful stuff. And God bless those poor families. God bless everyone who's suffering. I'm worried about the people that we know that were touched by this. Apparently, Ben Hennessy has been touched by this in some way. I don't know yet. I haven't spoken to him, but he lives in Florida. He lives in this area, and I hope his family, I hope his friends, I hope he's all right. We'll let you know about that as soon as possible. Welcome everyone to Comic Artist Pro Secrets. My name is Ethan Van Sciver. Going through kind of a hectic day today. This whole weekend has been pretty evil. I want to introduce the chat. We've got Doug TeNapel here with us.
Hello, everybody.
Doug TeNapel is the artist, creator of Bigfoot Bill. It's an Indiegogo campaign that's going on right now. Doug TeNapel is the creator of Earthworm Jim. This is his new property. It's his new book. I can't stand looking at myself. I'm sorry. I'm flipping off the camera.
You're doing good that you're looking at the camera, though. You got
to. Yeah. I don't like it. I don't like it.
I like the yellow matching headphones with the wall.
Oh, that's true. Yeah.
Black and the T-shirt. You're advertising the T-shirt. Come on.
I'm color coordinated. I'm definitely out there advertising stuff. But let me get through this first. I'll turn the camera back on in a minute. Bigfoot Bill. The link is in the description. You want to back that if you haven't yet. You want to back all of these Comicsgate properties. We do appreciate your support. Bigfoot Bill had a big night. $41,561. Now, yesterday it was around $38. So it looks like you made about $3,500 overnight. Yeah. That's great. I want to introduce you. By the way, the links to all of these comics are in the description right below the chat. If you wouldn't mind checking them out and supporting these guys, that would be great. I want to introduce you to my friend Jeff Hicks of the YouTube channel World Class Bullshitters. Jeff Hicks, how you doing tonight?
Oh, dude, I'm doing well. Thanks for having me on, Nathan.
Oh, it's absolutely a pleasure. It's great to have you. I know Jeff is a fellow Star Wars fan, Star Wars critic with me. He's on the High Council. High Council is a YouTube show that we do Tuesday nights at 9 p.m. Every week. We're going to do it again this Tuesday night. It's going to be here on my channel. We kind of rotate channels. But High Council will be on Tuesday night. Jeff will be there with me, along with Jeremy from Geeks and Gamers. Now, Jeff Hicks is an artist, and he's a fantastic artist. I must tell you, he's got, because he's a Star Wars fan, he's created a great comic book called Stealing Solo, a Captain's parody. Now, this looks like it's going to be a movie, Jeff. If Harrison Ford has any kind of sense of humor left in him, and he does, and it's, this could actually be something. Stealing Solo, a Captain's parody. A group of fans kidnap Harrison Ford and force him to remake Star Wars in their basement. It is awesome.
I love it hard.
Now, the link is in the description right now. This is Jeff's first week of doing this campaign. He's already raised $11,473. The art looks like Joe Quesada's art. When you see this, it's going to blow your mind. Who did the colors?
Oh, give me a moment to look him up. I'll make sure I give him a shout out. He's somebody I found in a Facebook group called Comic Book Colorist, and I said, "Hey guys, I got something I need done," and he reached out to me, and I think his name is Jose Lopez. I don't want to give out the wrong name. Yeah, Jose Antonio Lopez. He's a comic book colorist, and he's available online.
Absolutely fantastic. I mean, this looks really, really good. I'm gonna share my screen here. Is there any porno on my? No, of course not. Your Uncle Ethan doesn't do that.
Is your password on there?
No. All right, so here it is. I mean, this is Stealing Solo right here. It is doing very, very well. I got to be honest with you. I haven't watched the video yet, so check this out. World Class Bullshitters. One of my favorite channels. We're probably not going to be able to hear the audio, but is this the only thing on the screen? Wait, let me. Oh, I got to blow this up. Is that you telling me to shut it down, or is that your voice?
Oh, video? that's the video. I'm not telling you to shut anything down. That's part of it.
Can you guys hear it or no?
No, I can't hear it.
I'm listening to this.
I think the audience can hear it.
It's the World Class Bullshitters music when you're making fun of Toys R Us.
Yeah.
This kills me. Are there more? Oh, it's just
one picture.
It's all your voice. It's all your voice. Okay, that's fine. So people go over there and look at that. It's really great. This is Doug. Oh my God, everybody's gonna love that book. Everybody's gonna love Bigfoot Bill by Doug.
Yes.
Naples. This is phenomenal. Look at the progress that he's made. He's only got 2 weeks, a little more than 2 weeks left. So the clock is ticking. $41,561.
We're in the second half. I'd like to thank all the backers. You guys are great. I love it.
Phenomenal. All right, so Stealing Solo. The other person I want to introduce is John Malin. Hi, John.
Hi, Ethan. Hello, everybody.
It's great to have you with us. John Malin, of course, is was the artist of Cable at Marvel. That's one of his big credits. That's what most people know him for. Actually, at this point, I think most people know you as the artist of the. I mean, I always say smash hit Indiegogo. Smash hit Indiegogo campaign for Jawbreakers, which was Diversity in Comics campaign. You are the artist, of course. You're the artist of Jawbreakers.
And for Jawbreakers, yeah, we actually passed 10,000 backers today. So cool. Thank you to everyone.
Wow.
That's awesome.
Hi, T. John Malin. That's what everybody says. Everybody loves John Malin because John Malin is, he just says it like it is. That's the thing that everyone loves. John Malin's a great artist. He's got that fantastic, fun, sexy 90s style. Here are some pages from his new project, his solo project called Graveyard Shift. Murdered scientists put into their own experiments and reborn as a superpowered graveyard shift. But go ahead and give us the through line. Give us the pitch, please, for this.
It's basically if the Universal monsters were the X-Men. So our our team of characters are stand-ins. So our leader is essentially a Dracula type character. His two main accomplices are, one is a stand-in for Frankenstein's monster, and the girl that you probably see on my avatar is his wife, who is a stand-in for the Bride of Frankenstein. And basically, they're going up against the corporation that they used to work for, that murdered them and threw them into their own experiments, giving them superpowers.
Magnificent. Oh, there she is, right here. That's the Bride of Frankenstein girl, I guess.
Yep, Lilith Mayhew.
Looks absolutely awesome.
It looks good.
Thank you.
I like that. Yeah,
It's gonna be. And I like the story too. I like monsters. I like it. I like monsters. Being heroes too. It's fun.
it's a nice twist on the whole X-Men thing.
Yep. So, and credit also to my co-creator, Mark Polton. He's the writer of the project.
Cool.
So.
$31,048 right now. That means we've unlocked the first stretch goal here, which is graphic novel upgrades. We will upgrade the cover stock and add interior pages to a higher quality stock. This will help the colors pop. We will also be adding a spine to the book. All these things help to give the book a better feel and make it an all-around better addition to your collection. So we've done that. We're looking to get to 40 grand so that we can get the trading card. Now that's important because we're all Comicsgaters are trying to get matching trading cards. That's a stretch goal. Jeff, you should consider doing that too.
I'm on board.
Getting the fantastic. Okay, so once you should figure out what maybe 40,000 is the number for you too. I don't know, but to get a Stealing Solo trading card that matches all the other Comicsgaters trading cards, you got to get to a certain point. So we definitely want to get, we want to get Graveyard Shift to 40,000 and hit that goal. In walks Mitch Brightweiser. How are you, sir?
Fellas, I'm doing great. How are you guys?
Doing good, Mitch.
Good-ish.
Let me read some super chats. First of all, Ethan, got to hit the hay. Hail the fandom menace. Darth Durkle the wise ass. Thanks for $1.99. GRP. Hail Caesar, his Valkyries and his Centurions. I love you, beautiful ladies and gentlemen. GRP poll, $10. Please press F right now to pay respects for those in Jacksonville. So pay respects to the people in Jacksonville. Press F right now in the chat for GRP poll. Appreciate that. That's thoughtful. Star of a Line, thank you for $5. Shooter was confirmed to be a Jewish guy. Expect to be called an anti-Semite if you don't toe the white shooter narrative. LCD M, thanks for $5. Hey Doug, were you involved in the game MDK as well? Anyway, Earthworm Jim is one of the most aesthetically pleasing games ever. Great job there. So you want to?
MDK was by the same developers, but it was after myself and all the animators left. But it's the same company. I was
Shiny, right?
Shiny Entertainment, yeah.
Yeah.
What happened was we pulled all the animators out who were all the goofy cartoonists, so they had to go a little harder on MDK.
Cool. Mark C says, have you heard Edwin was hacked while streaming? I heard a rumor. What happened? Does anybody know?
I just
a little bit.
Just what we've read in our own group is
if I understand it, I didn't see what happened. But I think he put a Hangouts link and somebody was able to get a hold of that Hangouts link and hop into his stream and do some kind of damage.
What kind of damage?
It was a boomer hack. Ian, did you say that it couldn't have been the mailing list or hack the company themselves that released all of those old passwords?
Yeah, it's definitely not that. It's definitely not that because he checked, right? I gave him a bunch of links to check it out, see whether his email was compromised, and it hasn't been. So this was a boomer mistake. Has to be.
Yeah. That's I remember reading like people accidentally doing that, like for the Kumite and stuff, and they'll just.
I've almost done that on every episode I've done.
Just paste the link right out onto Twitter and see what happens. Hey, so I want to go back to Mitch. I had to pause for a minute because I was putting Mitch's Red Rooster in the description. Mitch's Red Rooster, the Brightweisers, Red Rooster Golden Age, is now a store, is it not?
That is. It rolls over into a in-demand store for a while. We removed almost all the special tiers, so the campaign is over, and the shop is dramatically different. Where for people that are lingering, you can still buy a copy of the book. You can still get the head sketch tier. which I think is a really nice package for somebody that just wants something collectible. And then if you want to buy an original piece of artwork, I'm going to leave that up there a little while longer because I'm going to start turning in pages here pretty soon. And I think some people might want original pages.
Oh, I love it. Absolutely love it. So listen, Red Rooster Golden Age, $164,837. It is officially our third best funded, most successful comic book campaign to date.
Wow.
How many have we gotten to 6 figures? 4, right? Did Iron Sights go to 4 figures? I think it did. Or 6 figures? I think it did.
Yeah, it did.
Okay, so we've gotten 4 to 6 figures. We're gonna work on getting all of them to 6 figures.
So
I think that's
your comic's actually making more money than most of what Marvel's putting out. That's amazing.
Yes. That's that's what this is. By the way, I got to hang out with Sargon of Akkad tonight. It was
cool.
really cool. I was on V's live stream with him, and Sargon, excuse me, had heard a little bit about Comicsgate, but he didn't. He wanted me to fill him in, so I went into ultra Caesar mode and
No one better to do it. Yeah.
filled in the whole chat, let him know. I think he was pretty excited about it. And just I had to mention all of you guys. I did mention Nasser, who's in the chat. Nasser Rabadi, 21 years old, launches his first comic book through Indiegogo and announces that he is Comicsgate. He subscribes to this set of ethics. He believes that we need to be kind, solicitous of the fandom. We need to respect them, never chew them out, and never call them Nazis. And then also produce a comic book that is fun and for everyone, and apolitical, all this stuff. So Nasser is he's a horror writer. Right? He's a 21-year-old horror writer, and his comic book is already done. Isn't Stardust done, or is it still available?
Yeah, it's done.
Boom.
I love horror. My man. You write creepypastas?
What was that?
Do you write creepypastas?
No, I don't.
They're like Twilight Zone, like Dark Mirror episodes. We shared some
like
with
short
me.
stories.
They're good. They're good.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, he's had tremendous success. What did you end at with Stardust?
We ended with $15,505, and all we asked for was like $2,000.
Oh, it's magnificent. All right, so Data Racer 117 in the chat says, Ethan, why are you not just making a new company like Image did in the early 90s? Would financially make more sense on the supply chain side. We haven't gotten there yet. Remember that we're still new here. We just started this. We have only been together, kind of under the same umbrella. We've only been organized to this degree for about 4 months, and within 4 months, we have raised more than $1.45 million.
We're almost at 1.6.
Is that right?
Yeah, I was looking at IndieCron earlier.
Good God.
I have to say, that is okay. Yeah, that is extraordinary. I can't wait to do what I'm going to do this week. This week I am relaunching Cyberfrog Blood Honey, the campaign that I just launched, as a variant cover. This isn't. I don't know. I've gotten tons of people asking me, "Hey, I missed out. I missed out on Cyberfrog the first time. How come it's closed? How can I order it?" My poor wife is just saying, "Please, no more. Please, no more winning. Please, no more money." And she means it. It is too much. She's like, I want to close out the calendar year before we raise our income anymore. And I'm just like, no, we can't stop winning. We can't say no. There are people who still want to buy Cyberfrog. It's not our place to tell them no. So what we're going to do is we are going to launch a variant cover. Okay, so it's going to be a Salamandroid variant cover for Cyberfrog Blood Honey. Pared down. This campaign starts Wednesday. I'm only going to keep it open for 1 week because we don't need that much money. We don't need to rule the world. We just want to offer Cyberfrog to those people who missed it for a very limited time. Those people who are collectors can pick up this extra brand new cover if you're interested in doing that. But you don't have to. If you've already backed Cyberfrog Blood Honey, there is nothing new in this campaign at all except for one new cover. You're going to get the cover for $25. $50, you'll get the cover and the 1998 ash can, which a lot of people also say they regret not picking up. So that stuff will all be available on Wednesday for 1 week, in time for me to go on the Andrew Klavan show on Thursday and start preaching the good word of Comicsgate to the masses, which is something that's got to be done. So it doesn't make sense to not have a product to sell after going, nationwide or worldwide on, what is essentially TV these days. So I'll let you know about that. Hopefully that'll do well. I said I would make that another Chromium cover if we hit $100,000. So if we hit 100,000 on just the variant, that'll be a Chromium as well.
So you don't want to rule the world, right? You just want to rule America, Asia, and Europe, right?
I just want to rule these SJWs. That's what I want to rule.
Same.
So salt in the wound.
Yeah.
These
people saying that this is a fluke. Watch me do it again. Hold my beer. We're gonna, and this is a variant cover. What we have to show these people over and over again is the fandom is here. This isn't a fluke. These people aren't hate buying these comics. That's an insult. Cyberfrog, Red Rooster, Jawbreakers, Graveyard Shift, Bigfoot Bill, Stardust, Stealing Solo. These comics all look hot. I mean, they look hot. Anybody would buy them off the racks. People would definitely pick them up if we were just offering them through the mainstream. Of course they would. And they're just like, at some point, everybody's going to run out of money and they're going to decide they don't hate us anymore. I was like, well, first of all, they're never going to stop hating you. And you're going to have to understand that SJWs, the world is never going to stop hating you. You're terrible people. You do awful things. It's evident. You send people photographs of your butthole on Twitter. And you do it out of spite. You don't do it out of love. You do it out of spite. And that's the worst part of that.
Are you going to file a lawsuit against that guy?
No. I'm not a bitch. I put a video out and, he can suffer the consequences of just exposure, so to speak. That is, I'm not out to exposure. I mean, look,
it is.
I'll tell people your name. I will equate you. I will point out that you are Zoe Quinn's creative collaborator. Does Zoe want that kind of heat? I don't know. I wouldn't think so. And then I'll tell my friends at DC Comics, of whom I have many up in high places, that this is the kind of thing that you do. And do they want to be associated with you? And I'll let the chips fall where they may. As for a lawsuit, nah.
Not worth it.
I wasn't personally traumatized. Bad. Yeah. So, let's see. Ethan, are you ticklish? Yes. Very much. Very much so.
Can I sue him for emotional damage?
You could, and you might have a case. I didn't want to see that. It's like. For God's sake, I mean, nobody does. All right. So basically, it's been a hell of a weekend. We've got that going on. We've got a shooting. Gamers. I mean, these poor gamers. They're just sitting there playing a video game, and some a-hole comes in with a gun and starts shooting. You're not safe anywhere anymore.
What the fuck?
It is disturbing. Of course. SJWs are out there blaming this on people like us, Comicsgate, and all the while, I mean, they can talk about us being dangerous, all they want, but we're the ones who are getting, we're the ones who are receiving death threats.
Quartering was assaulted.
Quartering was assaulted. I mean, for me, this is the kind of thing that I get. What can I tell you? I didn't do anything. This is common. I mean, I run into this kind of thing constantly. People send stuff like this my way. This has to be organized. It has to be organized somehow. I can't understand it. Look at all these responses to this. It's
a mob. It's a mob.
Yeah. Now look, I mean. How are we supposed to? And this is intentional. I mean, the reason why they do this is because they don't want us to be able to feel safe. They don't want us to be able to meet you guys. Ultimately, this is an assault on fandom more than anything. I mean, I'll take a punch to the face, but
they openly attack fandoms. If you read those articles in Birth Movies Death, sites like those, they always bitch about fandoms. Fandoms are bad. Fandoms are toxic. Fandoms need to be destroyed. That is their response. And when SJW fandoms do it, it's like silence. This is complete radio silence, right? Nothing out of these same people who are complaining about the Star Wars fandom or the Marvel fandom. None of these people are willing to speak up when a Steven Universe fan is, is made to attempt suicide because the fandom didn't like what she drew. Like, she made a character who was fat in the TV series. She made her thin, made her slightly thinner. So they threatened her, they doxed her, they basically ruined her life. Her online life is just destroyed, and she almost committed suicide. Her dad had to rescue her. This is a thing that happens, and none of them even speak out against it. Like, that's okay, I guess.
Their tactic, though, is that, like you said in your earlier tweet, that they just take whatever's laying around that they hate, and that's what they ascribe as the motive. So be it football or guns or Comicsgate, we're laying around. So they're going, oh, this is just like you guys, or because it's a gaming thing, it'll be Gamergate or whatever. They just it's a bad
choose
tactic.
a fighter. Choose your fighter. Pick your fighter, right? They have their little pet issues, like, oh, I hate Gamergate. Oh, I hate Comicsgate. So a bad thing happens, and it's like, how can I make this terrible issue, this tragedy where the bodies are still warm? How can I make this about me?
Yeah,
narcissistic.
Let's see. Back to some super chats here. Hey Jeff, how is Horror Hound? Asks Todd Rector for $2.99.
Oh, it was great. Got to meet a bunch of celebrities. Let's see. Dion wore a turkey suit and got hugged from Lance Henriksen and Shannon Doherty. We met Judge Reinhold. He was cool. And,
he's cool.
Yeah. So
Judge is my neighbor.
I had heard about that. He came up to the table today and took a business card and started talking to me. Like, we didn't try to say, like, hey, man, check out our show. He just took it and started talking to me. So he was really friendly. Plus, like, Beverly Hills Cop's one of my favorite movies, so we had something to talk about for a moment. But it was crazy. I met a lot of great people. And I know Todd Rector would like this. Logan Michael, all your favorite toys were next to me in the booth. So you would have had a great time.
Judge is my neighbor, guys, and kind of a friend of mine. So I'm going to try to get him on my YouTube show.
Oh, that'd be so great.
He's hilarious in person. It's been many months now since I've seen him, but we used to hang out quite a bit more about 2 years ago or so.
He was great in Ruthless People. I don't know if you've ever seen that, but that was great. I don't know if that aged well or not, but I loved that movie.
I still love it.
Yeah, he's funny.
Yeah, he's a hoot in person. So
I love his old movies.
Midnight Cherry TV, $2. Jeff is the man. Show this fella Comicsgate love. Yeah, do that. Jeff's comic book is called Stealing Solo. It's an Indiegogo campaign. We need Jeff to get funded. We need Jeff to get rich and successful.
I just backed it and tweeted it.
Thank you very much. I saw the notification.
Yeah.
Outstanding. Yeah, I mean, we want to make this happen. It's only at $11,593 right now. We need to get him to 20 grand. Go over there. If you're a Star Wars fan, if you fantasize about kidnapping Harrison Ford and forcing him to reenact Star Wars scenes, I do.
That's amazing. I love this concept.
It's a documentary of my life.
I would love to do this. I think about this all the time. What I would do, who would I kidnap? I think about musicians, though. I'd rather kidnap musical artists and force them to perform songs for me, like songs that they wouldn't do. You know,
I kidnapped Harrison Ford and made him reenact Working Girl.
That'd be awesome.
I want to be like Kim Jong-il and kidnap a movie director. Just kidnap Scott Derrickson, force him to make horror movies for me.
Oh, that'd be cool. Well, I always see these guys, like I have a couple of bands that I really like, and I want them, like I love Depeche Mode, big Depeche Mode fan, and I always want Depeche Mode to do more, like older songs that they wouldn't do anymore because they're not cool. They're kind of twee little synthesizer songs from the early 80s, and they never do that. They only do their kind of newer stuff, their heavier stuff.
It's not as good.
Well, a lot of it is good, but it's still I want to hear the
Not
older
as
stuff.
yeah, the older stuff is better. You know, like Personal Jesus.
No, don't do that. No, I'm talking about their stuff from like 1983. You know, it's like really like old stuff. So I'd kidnap them. I'd tie them up in my basement. I'd have synthesizers for them. I'd force them to do The Meaning of Love and all that, like awful songs from 1983, and just to hear how it sounds, because I would sit back and I'd be an audience of one, eating popcorn and watching Depeche Mode humiliate themselves for my. I'd be like, well, how would that sound now? How would it sound now? You know, with 30, 40 years gone by, I want to hear it.
I'd like to kidnap Steven Wilson. You know, the guy from Porcupine Tree. Just have him compose music for me all day long.
Ooh,
I'd kidnap Paul McCartney.
Yeah.
I'd get the Smiths.
Oh man, yeah,
All of them?
good.
All of them. Morrissey especially, though. Kicking the balls.
He's turned out to be pretty based. Yeah, Morrissey. I don't know. He seems red pilled in his old age.
He is extremely red pilled. He is extremely red pilled. Yeah, he talks to Paul Joseph Watson. They hang out together apparently.
That is outstanding. Who else would we kidnap? You have to kidnap people that won't do what you want them to do, like performers that are like, "No, I'm never doing that again." And it's like
John Carmack, make me a new Doom. You know, like just his version of it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Have him make a game. He's a wunderkind. You know, he's a one man game studio.
Mm-hmm. I'd steal Sam Elliott and make him read stuff.
Oh yes,
Out loud would be great. Beef. It's for dinner.
Well, we have. Well, I mean, we have Edwin. I mean, Edwin's almost.
Yeah, he is.
That's true.
Is Edwin okay? You know, I'm surprised he hasn't popped in here yet. He might be hanging out somewhere else on someone else's stream, but I want to make sure that he's okay. Yeah. TR French says you would have to kidnap Vince Clarke as well. That's a Depeche Mode reference. Okay, so here's what I would do. I would put. Oh my god. All right, so here's the history of Depeche Mode. They had one album with this guy, Vince Clarke. Vince Clarke left and formed Yazoo and then Erasure, like all these other kind of slightly more gay.
Erasure, you think?
Yeah, slightly more gay. And Depeche Mode's always looked at Vince and they've always been like, that guy's a great songwriter, but like what he's doing right now.
Sell.
It's a little goofy. But anyway, I would get Vince Clarke. I'd force him back into Depeche Mode, and then I would force Depeche Mode to play Erasure songs. That would be awesome. And I'd probably get the lead singer of Erasure and make him. I've heard him do "Just Can't Get Enough" before, which was weird. But I would like to hear him do Depeche Mode songs. I would totally. They would be. I would be. They'd consider me a madman. They would say you're insane. You're a monster. I'd say yes, but listen to this. It's The Hardest Part, sung by Dave Gahan. I mean, I think people would dig it. Would dig it.
Are we allowed to kidnap two people? Because you're saying the whole band of Depeche Mode.
Kidnap whoever you want, John. I mean, it's your white van. You know, I mean.
Okay, cool. Then I would kidnap Roger Waters and David Gilmour, and I would make them perform.
There it is.
Wall and Dark Side of the Moon back to back.
Okay, then I'm going to kidnap John Malin. I'm going to chain him to a desk. I'm make him draw my comic.
John Malin would
be sure to look out for the one big red-eyed van.
You can't kidnap John Malin. He's unkidnappable. He's immune to ether rags. You can't throw him in your trunk. It's just impossible.
Yeah. You know what? Did you know that those the chloroform? Like, I looked this up. You know that actually doesn't work like that in every movie that it's in. It takes like 5 minutes to be effective.
Really? Oh,
yeah. John Malin's Googling chloroform. Everybody.
Yeah, no. Well, yeah,
doing research.
No, I was doing research, but I was trying to find a way to solve, when cops are dealing with people and everyone's struggling and fighting and. Because I was like, well, why don't they just chloroform them? And then when I looked into it, it said, well, it actually can take up to like 5 minutes to actually knock someone out.
It's the same with tranquilizer darts, right? They don't take effect immediately like they do in movies. It takes a long time for that to take effect, like 5 minutes.
Maybe you can dose it, but you might kill them if you do it.
Yeah,
No,
exactly. Yeah, it has to be. You need to know the person's exact weight for it to properly work.
Well, then. Really? So you have to know their exact weight to pick the right dose? Is that what it is?
Yep. Otherwise, you kill them. Yeah.
Okay.
Or it
Well-
doesn't work at all. They just get woozy, you know? That's not
Yeah.
good. Yeah, they can still hold a gun up and shoot you. So, yeah.
Hey, everyone's doing really well. Red Rooster Golden Age is at $164,872. We're seeing an increase there. Graveyard Shift sold a few copies there, $31,178. Doug to Naples, Bigfoot Bill is at 41,631. I think we sold a couple of copies of that as well.
Hey, wait! I'm getting famous on Twitter.
What do you
Oh,
mean?
yeah?
Here's Jennifer de Guzman strikes again. Tip: run a blockchain on this account's followers. This is the We Are Comicsgate guys, and I like it. He goes, I love that tweet. Is promoting Doug TeNapel because of course it is.
I've never heard of this person.
And then you go down.
Jennifer de Guzman is a monster. I mean,
Yeah,
she is.
I know. Whenever
I've heard of
hear,
Rosenberg. I've heard of
whenever I hear his name, I smile at the thought of his work. Then I get sad because I remember his views.
His
Yeah.
views.
And then
His
here's
views.
same, me too.
Oh, I know.
All the more disappointing because I was such a fan when I was a kid.
Mm-hmm.
Well, get over it. All right, Stealing Solo, a Captain's Parody, just sold a few copies. We're at $11,703. Congratulations, Jeff. Let's get that to 12,000 tonight, guys. Let's get that bumped up, and eventually let's get this to $20,000 so we can meet this goal. Let me read some super. Do you guys care if I read super chats?
I don't mind.
I like
Go
it.
ahead.
This is me making money. Look at this. $1.99 from MW77. Ethan, will there be a Cyberfrog omnibus? Yeah, I gotta hire somebody to do it. I've just got too much on my plate right now. It's basically gonna involve collecting every single Cyberfrog issue, pre the current era, and then putting them together into one big trade paperback, like a telephone book style thing. That is going to have to be another Indiegogo campaign, and I'm going to have to hire somebody to do that for me. And we'll put that out. It's got to happen. But the other thing is, I'll be honest with you. I'm always honest with you guys about money. Here's the thing. Right now, Cyberfrog back issues are red hot. They're red hot, and retailers are selling books that used to be in their 50-cent bin for between $20 and $300. I see no reason to put a stop to that by reprinting these books right now. I like the idea of retailers finally making money off of the Cyberfrog books that they bought in 1996. So for a little while, we'll hold off on that. Rabid T-Cat, thanks for $20. Trading cards have a 20% tariff coming into Canada. Is that true? Well, we
Really?
consider them free. They're free. So they're 20% of zero should be zero.
Yeah, that's true.
They're gifts. They're gifts. Roman E, thanks for $2. At Jeff, the HH turkey suit was pure gold. Loved it.
Thank you very much. Dude, you'll crack up.
What did it look like? Was it like a full body turkey suit? Like
It was one of those inflatable ones. So Dion puts it on. It came with a Santa hat, and he starts, cutting a wrestling promo. And then a dude dressed as Michael Myers comes up, and then they decide to walk the whole floor. And it's like 30 minutes long. So watch it later tonight, dude. You'll love every minute of it.
Oh my god! Yeah, I'll watch that. George Assumption, thanks for $2. Eating pie in honor of Caesar. Well, it's more like in mockery of Caesar. I have now been sober. I think for 15 days. 16 days sober of pie. And still counting. Did Pablo settle the Hut Bones dilemma, says Razdoc. So, Jeff, I had a question. Does Jabba the Hutt have a skeleton? All right.
Oh,
No,
I don't know.
Yeah, like think about he must because he has fishing hands.
Yeah, his fingers. Otherwise, he's a slug.
Yeah, people
has
said he's an
form.
invertebrate, but how could that be?
He has to have a skull. He has to have everything under there.
He's got
Yellow.
eyes.
Yeah.
But I asked Pablo Hidalgo. I sent him the question. I'm hoping he'll answer it. He is the expert on Star Wars. I haven't checked to see if he responded. But Pablo and Pablo said, I don't think Ethan Van Sciver hates me, but I'll ask him himself. And I said, that is so sad. I was like, Pablo, I don't hate you. I find you amusing. I think you're a great guy. I see your bants. I see you going back and forth and making fun of the Soilo t-shirt. It's cool as long as you can roll with the bants. You're all good. Don't feel the same way about Ryan Johnson. Don't feel the same way about Kathleen Kennedy. But Pablo Hidalgo is the perfect foil for this show, for Comic Artist Pro Secrets. He really is. He's hilarious, and I would love to get him on the High Council eventually, but I know that won't happen until he's fired, so we're gonna have to wait until maybe October. Cobra Viper, thanks for $2. Shut your mouth, Jabrani, and back stealing solo.
It's jabroni.
Jabroni, he spelled it wrong.
Oh.
Jabrani with an A. I think they're doing that. It's up to $11,703 right now. Yeah, absolutely back stealing solo, a captain's parody. The link is below in the description. Go over there. $20, you get the book. $30, you get the blank sketch cover variant. Everyone likes that. You can get Star Wars characters drawn on that by artists at conventions. $40 book and poster combo, and so on and so forth. There's hand delivery by Jeff. Jeff, you'll go someplace for $5,000 and actually put it in their hands.
Yeah, and they get to appear on the channel. So if somebody's crazy enough to do it, I'm crazy enough to do it.
That sounds awesome. Can they meet you at a burned out Toys R Us? That's what I would do. I'd say meet me at my burned out, broken Toys R Us, and that would be perfect. The perfect place.
Name it, I'll be there.
Let's see. Sly Marbo. Hear anything from DC about the butthole incident? There are so many butthole incidents in SJW Comics right now. But the one that I think you're thinking about,
like Nasser's Avatar.
yeah. The one that you're thinking about. Look, it just happened, and it's the weekend. I don't think I will hear anything from DC, but I mean, the fans, you guys, if you want to, go ahead and tweet this stuff to DC, email DC Comics, the image of this, and just say this is unacceptable. You guys have a social media policy. This is not right. You don't want to be associated with this, and see what happens.
There should be
entirely up to the fans.
There should absolutely be repercussions for what he did. It's unacceptable for a professional to post pictures of their butthole on social media. It's harassment, is what it is.
Of course it is.
Absolute harassment. And it's funny when they cry about harassment all the time. Someone sends them a mean insult, like calls them fat. Oh, that's harassment, blah, 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 blah. Like that ruined their day or something. But then this dude takes a picture of his butthole and shows it to the entire internet. How unfortunate we are.
He aims it at me. He's like, Ethan, this is for you, buddy. This is for you.
Yeah.
I'm like, all right.
God.
Here we go. Straight to YouTube. Here comes the video. Right up your ass. Get ready. And we're gonna implicate Zoe Quinn. So thanks for giving me a target. 3D Robin. Thanks for £5. How come Nasser can get 15,000? Back Kelsey and Chuck's Jungle Comics, you fool. Well, Nasser can get 15K because why, Nasser?
Well, different markets for different people, I suppose. I guess more people were just digging Stardust.
Yeah, that's wow. That's I guess that's true. I mean, that is the market talking. But Kelsey and Chuck's Jungle Comics looks great. I also think Nasser came over here and he was a lot of fun on social media. He's a lot of fun on this channel. He's a lot of fun on Comic Artist Pro Secrets and Comicsgate Live, and that's why he sold comics. People got to know him and they want to support him, and I think that's a big deal. Let's run through and see how things are going here. I mean,
you can't spell Sarkeesian without Nasser. I just realized that.
Oh my God, what do you think that means? We're selling some more Stealing Solo, a captain's parody. We're at $11,733. Thank you for your support, guys.
Thank you.
Graveyard Shift is $31,178. And Red Rooster, Mitch, are you still here? Yeah, you're here. You're being quiet.
Yeah, I'm right here working.
164,872. I think we're going to get to 165 tonight. I don't see why not. I just don't see why that wouldn't happen. These people are awesome.
Yep.
Darth Durkle, the wise ass, thank you for a $9.99. Hail this group of creators. This is a revolution. Man, that was fun. I got to talk to Sargon and Akkad today, guys.
He's cool.
Oh, is
Carl's cool.
Yeah, he was thoroughly cool. I think I think he had a good time listening to me rant. You can go back and listen. It's on V Live, VEEH. He's got a live channel, and you can hear me on there talking about Comicsgate. And I think I gave the most passionate pitch describing the situation of comics right now and what we stand for that I've ever given, because I'm performing for Sargon of Akkad, who's one of the biggest YouTubers, and also, the leader. I would say one of the leaders of Gamergate. It's between him and Medicare, wouldn't you say? I mean,
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, so I'm just like, hey, advise us. Let us know what to do. I mean, you guys, when he heard what was going on, he was like, Jesus, it never got that bad with Gamergate. I mean, and it's just like nobody ever. There was never Butthole Gate. That like it didn't go that far.
The SJWs in Gamergate, they like to take the high road, so to speak, right?
Yeah.
But here it's like Comicsgate is a completely different environment. You are all professionals. They are also professionals, but they're not acting very professionally.
Yeah, back in Gamergate was pre-Trump, and it was much less organized back then.
Yep.
And because I remember back then, if someone called someone a Nazi, they always quoted Godwin's law.
Godwin's law. Now it's like
that was forbidden. Now it's like it's their middle name. It's their state bird.
It's sad.
Well, they never. I mean, listen. They never fail to descend below their own ethics. Before it was just, hey, we use our words of no violence. I mean, the idea of no violence. Commanding civility. It's like now they've rejected that and they're pro-violence. I mean,
communism won, liberalism lost.
It sure did. Well, now liberalism is in our hearts.
We're the liberals.
I know. It's like I feel like a liberal at this point because, and that just makes me a centrist, but it actually makes me an extreme right winger in comparison to the rest of the comic book industry.
Everything to the right of Mao is a Nazi.
Oh my God! Absolutely.
That is good.
Let's see. Hail this group of creators. Excuse the signal boost. Everyone, please back Brand and support Sporkman, Asgard, and Wanpool. That's $5 from Starvaleon. Starvaleon, I am aware. First of all, we promote Brand every day. Antonio Bryce and Kanan White, their book Brand is awesome. I think they're doing pretty well under Comicsgate. Sporkman, Asgard, Wanpool. I don't know of Wanpool. I've heard of Asgard. Get in touch with me if you guys have Comicsgate in your heart. You believe in what we say. You want to be a part of this. Just drop a line to me. I'll take a look at it, and if I think it looks good, I'll bring you on. I want to support these indies. That's part of what we do.
Brand. I like the cover that they use for the for promoting it. Right? Ask me about my feminist agenda.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
It is funny, and I think Antonio has the right thing. I'm getting a lot of like weirdo hostility from some people. Like they think that kind of negging me is gonna, you can guilt me into supporting your project. It's like that doesn't work. I don't feel guilt. I don't feel like I need to do this at all. Tomorrow I could wake up and say Comicsgate Live is dead. I'm not doing this anymore, and I'll feel perfectly okay with myself. I don't need to do this. I'm doing it because I really care about comics. I care about Comicsgate. And I care about these creators and their future success. But I mean, if these guys want to aggravate me and say bad things about me while I'm doing this, I mean, go F yourselves. Come to me and ask me. This is a favor. Ask me nicely. Mm-hmm. What's wrong with that? What's wrong with asking me nicely to come be on my show? Is that you want to kind of like you can't humble yourself to just ask me politely to come be a part of my show? No, F yourself. I don't know what to say. That's all I can say to that. But yeah, those guys, Sporkman, Asgard, Wanpool, I'm hearing a lot of buzz. All of them except for Wanpool, I don't know about. Come my way. Silent Gloves, $5. I followed Sargon to V's stream this evening, and then Ethan did an excellent sell for Comicsgate. Thank you so much. I don't own any comics, but I love the message. Silent Gloves, join us. You're exactly who we were reaching out to. The fact that you don't buy comics, but maybe we could convince you to buy one. Please look at the comic books that are in the description below this chat. Please give it a look. Support one of them. If you like that message, invest a little bit of money. Invest what it would cost to have lunch somewhere in one of these comics and help these guys succeed. Help this message grow. We appreciate you guys very much. I love when I hear people come over and they go, I like the message of Comicsgate. I'm not a comic book fan yet. You will be. We'll make you a comic book fan. You'll be happy. Liam, thanks for $5. Check out my latest vid when the stream is done. And then he put an alarmed face. What is that about?
I had no idea.
What are you doing? Let's see. I'd kidnap John Williams and the Boston Philharmonic and have them play the Imperial March whenever I enter the room, says Sierra Jag. That'd be badass. That'd be loud.
I saw that at the Symphony earlier this year. John Williams came out to Nashville. I got to see him do the march, and it was it just sent a chill through me. It was amazing.
Yeah, that would be. I know that they're doing that. They do like Star Wars Live. They have like orchestras.
Yeah, we saw that one too. They put Star Wars up there, and I'm telling you, the crowd just blew up. Almost cried, like when those opening themes, that first comes out, and they even did the 20th Century Fox, the logo military march. It was great.
Somebody just said something about me doing toy reviews and stop doing the fact that I've stopped doing toy reviews. I want to address
toy reviews that you do, because I never watched those.
Star Wars toy reviews.
Oh, and unboxing of.
Yeah, I love it. I love it. Let me turn on my camera here real quick, and we can see what's behind me there. See that stack of toys right by the TIE Fighter over there?
Whoa, cool.
Those are all the toys that I have to review. I mean, there are a lot of them. And I mean to do it. I mean to do it. I will do it. I will get to those. But first, I have to hang up my pictures. I'm worse than Doug. Look at that. That's my autographed JFK poster there. I still have not hung that. It just sits there. I'm so lazy. I'm like, it's just incredible. But tons and tons of Star Wars toys that need to get reviewed, including the Y-wing Lego set. I got to build that for you guys. And there's, of course.
Are you going to run it over with your car?
I don't think I'm going to run that one. I only run them over with my car when they outrage me, and there are a couple over there that I can tell will outrage me, including the Lego Rey figure. It's like a bionicle version of Rey. It's infuriating. Jeff, have you seen this thing?
Why is it a thing?
Sadly, I have.
It is a piece of garbage. Like, no, I'm gonna build it. I'm gonna run over it with my car. We built the Darth Maul one. My son did, and then I put it in the middle of the road, and he came around 50 miles an hour and ran over it in his car. Look, that was a pretty good video. But this one I'm gonna back over with my SUV as soon as it's done. Yeah. So anyway, oh, by the way, you see that on the top? You see that Rainbow Bright doll?
Yeah.
In the box, that's a vintage Rainbow Bright from 1983.
Cool.
Inspiration for Rainbow Brute. All right. So anyway, well, I'm going to have a day where I just do nothing but toy reviews, because I got to get through some of those. And, Loot Crate canceled me, by the way.
Really?
Yeah, they did. It was great.
What happened?
Well, they charged my credit card. They charged my credit card again for another year, and without warning me. And I was just like,
okay.
This is the scam of Loot Crate. They're like, well, you have to know. Well, they don't warn you like most people do.
Yeah, they're supposed to, like Amazon does every month.
Yeah, Amazon does. Sirius XM, I'll get a message saying,
Netflix, hey, everything.
In a week we're gonna hit your credit card for $100. So they don't do that. That is the scam of Loot Crate. So they did it to me again. I realized they weren't hitting my credit card. Actually, they were hitting my PayPal, which is why I couldn't stop it. So I had PayPal reverse the charges. Now PayPal called them and said, can we do this? And they said no. You have a legally binding contract. So I called up Loot Crate. And I said, do you know who I am? Do you know what I do? Look up Comic Artist Pro Secrets and look up. And they canceled it and refunded my money. I said, I'll spend a whole year. I'll spend a year doing these videos.
But the amount of money you made from Mega Chat on those videos, now that you don't have the Loot Crate, you probably would have made more money if you let them keep digging your card and did shows on.
Yeah, but you know what? Those Loot Crate videos did really well. I mean, honestly, I would like, I really did make a lot of money on those Loot Crate videos, but also everybody, like the entire comments section is people calling me an idiot. Like what? Like why do you care so much about Loot Crate? Why did you get suckered into subscribing to it anyway? You're an idiot for ripping it up. Why don't you give those toys and put them on eBay or something like that? That's what and it's infuriating. And it's like
it's infuriating to read, right? Yeah.
Yeah. It's like, well, I keep telling you, like I tell you in the opening of every one of these Loot Crate videos, I subscribed to Loot Crate for my stepdaughter who was 11 years old, and I said, wouldn't you like to get a monthly box of pop culture nonsense? Yeah, that would be fun.
Sure.
Until she opened her first one and said, I don't want any of this.
It's like trash. Yeah.
It's like it's garbage. It's free stuff that you get promotional stuff that you get at conventions for free.
You know, they subscribed me to 4 different ones because when I was a member of the press, and their shipping is so inconsistent that I only get one of those crates or like 2 of those crates like once every few months. It's stupid. Like I'm supposed to be getting 4 different crates a month. They don't come. And I'm lucky if one of them arrives. It's stupid.
Well, I'll tell you what. Don't back a Loot Crate. Do not buy any Loot Crates. Don't subscribe. Instead, take that money and sink it into something that you will enjoy, like Stealing Solo, a Captain's Parody by my friend Jeff Hicks in Cincinnati. A group of fans. This is what the story is of this comic book. And by the way, the art looks dynamite. A group of fans kidnap Harrison Ford and force him to reenact Star Wars scenes. That just seems like a good time to me. A fun way to spend a fun read, and a fun way to spend $20 for this graphic novel. It's he's got $11,763. He's selling these comics to you guys tonight. I mean, this is really working out. But if you haven't gotten your copy, now's the time. The link is below in the description. Let this happen. I mean, Jeff needs $20,000. He's at $11,763. Your backing and your support. Why not why not go to Doug TenNaples' Bigfoot Bill and check that out. Doug TenNaples, by the way, Doug, congratulations on a very successful actually just night here. You raised $3,691 in just the past few 24 hours. You're at $41,691. You're at 278% of your fixed goal.
They came in with a vengeance, and we just triggered a stretch goal, also a stretch mark at 40K. I got the extend Bigfoot Bill from 48 pages to 64.
Awesome.
And 45 is the trading cards, so that's coming next.
Okay, we got to get to 45 because we got to make sure that people.
I'm going to back it.
Oh, my people, and Ethan, we need the template for your cards so we can match them.
Well, I don't have it. I'm going to leave that up to Tim, the transcripts limb, Bunny transcripts limb.
Okay. I love his art.
Yeah, Tim is awesome. Tim says that he has an in and he knows how to get these trading cards done so that they can all be consistent. And I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to toss Tim a little bit of money to handle this project. And basically, I'll give him some artwork of Cyberfrog and Salamandroid, have him do the cards. You guys will have to do that as well with him. And we will we'll make sure that these cards get done in a way that everyone's look kind of the same.
I agree.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll chip in for Tim, and he seems to know what he's doing.
Cool.
Since we're shitting on Loot Crate, there's another company I'd like to shit on. It's called I Am 8-Bit. You might have heard of them. They sell a lot of collector's editions for video games, especially indie video games. And they did the No Man's Sky collector's edition. Well, they promised a very high-quality figure, right, of a spaceship. And they took around 8 months to deliver it. That was after the game came out, got really bad reviews. And when it came out, when this collector's edition came out, it was a piece of shit. I had to email them over a period of several months demanding that they cancel it because they were taking their time just to ship it out. And I had to threaten them. I had to basically say, hey, I am a journalist. I know the law, and you guys are supposed to cancel this because I don't want it. You haven't sent it out. You lied about the release date. I'm going to take you to court. And well, the next day, one of them is like, yeah, we can cancel it immediately. At first they were like, no, we can't do it. It's against our policy. Yeah, sure thing, man. And these are the guys who, by the way, if you are thinking of buying something from i8-Bit, I found out later that they made a Gamergate is hate t-shirt. So enjoy.
Why do these people just hate on us and then say that we're the haters? It's like endless hatred from these dummies. I swear to God, that Jeff Lemire thing that he wrote is infuriating. It's just like, hey, comic industry, monolithic, enormous, powerful comic industry. We've got to stomp out this plucky band of like individualists. They're rising up. They're doing their own little comics. They represent 0.2% of the marketplace. We got to crush them under our boot. Got to do it. Do it for love. Do it for the power of love. These people are insane. Like how can we get you? How can we get you away from us? You know, we're not asking anything from you. We don't need you. How can we get you to leave us alone? Exactly.
Ethan, you want to hear about some new stuff? I was just told from Tony Moore within the last few minutes.
Okay.
So I've been asking him why he agrees with Bill Sienkiewicz that I'm part of the KKK. And Tony just replies a few minutes ago. Tony's like, I reread Bill's whole thing, and it never mentions the KKK. I expected better reading comprehension from you guys. And then I literally screenshot the part where Bill Sienkiewicz says, collectively, you're a clan, potentially one with a K, blah, blah, blah. And then Tony Moore is like, okay, that's true, but he didn't say that all of you were part of the KKK. And I'm like, he says collectively we're a clan. What more does he
Isn't it ironic that it takes reading comprehension to put that K joke together? The last K and the front K. Nasser got it and he didn't.
Yeah, what a dumbass.
Well, for real.
Maybe he'll come around.
Yeah, I think he'll come around. Bill's actually talking to me. I mean, I've gotten a few messages from him. We're going back and forth, and I respect Bill. I think he's first of all, somebody said Bill Sienkiewicz hasn't been relevant in years, and that sadly
that's not true.
Well, no. Bill hasn't had a hit book, has he?
No, but he's
good.
He's still revered. He's still revered.
Iconic, he's revered. But
I disagree. Completely.
Edwin, hi. How are you?
You're speaking as creators. Looking at a private citizen, seeing a man generating propaganda, where he's putting people's faces, with gun targets, right? And Bill understands this, and he did it not long after a congressman and people were shot in an open field. I'm sorry, you're giving a fellow creator a pass. What he's doing here is a vile thing. And so you had, like you said, you had Bill Lemire and you had Jeff Lemire and Bill Sienkiewicz, two of these helpful white men, these progressive zealots, and their peers, all signing off on this vile declaration, calling persons of color who participate with us every day, right? People from all nations, beliefs, religions, backgrounds. They're here to preserve the profits of corporate comics, right? And they're here to intimidate people back into place. You know, if you decide to think for yourself, we'll show up and tell you how to think and tell you what the consequences will be, right? Because we'll make sure that you get smeared and defamed as a hater. Yeah, I don't have respect for this man. Maybe in an abstract sense, as like he has some artistic talent that he's honed or something, but as a person who's actively acting as an agent of coercion and intimidation, it's vile and reprehensible.
I mean, I don't know. Bill has a level of inborn, God-given talent that I find quite dazzling.
Sure.
And I do find all those instances disappointing, to say the least. And I think there's a way of looking at both things. You know,
it's his art makes him sound smart, but that post made him sound dumb.
Yeah. I feel like these people, their heart is in the right place. I don't think they're bad people. You know,
I think they'll come around.
Some of them are bad.
Really
like the guy who sent you pictures of buttholes. Like that's a bad.
That's a bad person.
Yeah, that guy's not going to. He's not going to come around.
No, it's just one more building block, though. It's just one more building block and hate your neighbor. When is enough enough? When people have to say, you know, thank you. Stop coercing us. Stop trying to paint us as monsters. Stop. You know, you look at the war in Yugoslavia. You look at all these civil wars. Gentlemen, this is the way it works. It's you assemble all these building blocks, right, that depersonalize people, right, that say it's okay to do violence against these people. No thank you.
Heads up, guys. Heads up. Hold on. Captain Cummings just deleted his entire YouTube channel content.
Why?
Wow.
Why?
Okay,
Why?
I don't know. I don't know. If you guys know Captain Cummings, he's not going to talk to me. Somebody reach out to Captain Cummings and make sure he's okay. This is highly disturbing right here.
Yeah.
He deleted everything. He deleted every video he does. This is a source of income for him. I am officially concerned about our friend Phil Cummings. I hope he is okay. Somebody, if you know him, reach out, see if he's all right. Hopefully, this is actually, I hate to say it, I hope maybe this is a hack. Maybe somebody did something bad to him. But if he did this himself, I'm concerned. Okay, so somebody please reach out, get back to us, and let us know what the situation is with Phil Cummings. Okay. Yeah, I don't know. Guys in the chat, everyone's concerned. Chat's going.
People are speculating. I don't think it's healthy to speculate. You should just sort of reach out to him. You know, like the chat. I mean, anyone who has contact with him, try reaching out, but don't speculate too much. It's not healthy.
As for the Bill Sienkiewicz stuff, I feel like I've already covered this. So, but since the conversation is continuing, I'm with Edwin, man. I don't get it. I don't see why everybody keeps throwing these people freaking life preservers and being like, they're not so bad. They're not so bad. They are Bill Sienkiewicz, Jeff Lemire are every bit as bad as the guy sending the butthole picture out.
I agree 100%.
All they are doing is they continue to add to destroy our livelihoods. They don't give a fuck about you, one of you. I don't care if they're talking to you guys in private and they're all la-di fucking da. They're fucking pieces of shit, man. And I don't understand why we keep giving them passes. What? Because Bill Sienkiewicz drew a nice comic back in the 80s. Fuck that guy. He's a piece of fucking shit.
I don't give him a single pass. I hate them all too. And this keeps pissing me off because now Tony Moore just said, "Oh well, the word Nazi only stings if you recognize you've got bad allies." And I'm telling him, or maybe because it's not true and it's hurtful to call people terrible names without knowing them.
That is the logic that these people use, right?
And I call them a hypocrite right now.
Yeah, they call you a Nazi, and then you're like, "I'm not a Nazi," and they'll reply, "Well, if you weren't a Nazi, you wouldn't have to say that." It's like, motherfucker, you just called me a Nazi.
Yeah, the logic is
what broke my heart.
All you have to say in rebuttal to that is say, "Well, you're a Nazi then." Well, clearly I'm not. Clearly I'm not. Well, what's going on here? The logic is retarded.
Well, Ethan, what broke my heart today is this young black man, right, who's in Comicsgate, supports it, loves you guys. He posted on Bill Sienkiewicz's post.
Mm-hmm.
And he felt like he had to identify himself as a black man to defend himself.
Mm-hmm.
Not his character, not his thoughts, not his ideas.
Yeah.
But he had to tokenize himself to defend himself.
He had to debase himself.
And this is where we're at. And so Bill Sienkiewicz, whatever his name
Sienkiewicz, yeah.
He doesn't get a pass because he can draw some pretty pictures. Right? Not when you're creating this pain and this evil in this world. He needs to repent from this because this is a hate your neighbor. This is a hate your neighbor message.
I mean, actively trying to destroy lives. Actively trying to destroy lives. That's what he's doing. That's what Jeff Lemire is doing. That's what Tony Moore is doing. They are all participants in the exact same crap of misinformation, and then they're all going to plead ignorance to it and say, well, that was a weird time. We didn't know. We didn't really know what was going on when we were calling our friends, people we claim were, quote, mark friends, when we were trying to ruin their lives from top to bottom. We didn't really know what was going on back then.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I see both sides of this. I mean, you've seen my Twitter account. I'm vicious, right? I do not hold back.
Yeah.
But I also see both sides in this. Like, on the one hand, yeah, these people are trying to ruin your lives. They are. Make no mistake. They are indoctrinated. I think some of them can be turned, right? But I also think that at the same time, while it's important to fight back, I also think it is important to maintain an air of respectability, if that makes sense. I mean, look at how Ben Shapiro does it. If people go after that guy, he you know, he will come out swinging, but he'll do it in a very respectable way. Like he won't call them, you know, names. He will make them look like idiots for going after him. And whenever a liberal goes after Ben Shapiro, guess who wins? Ben Shapiro wins. They look like idiots. They look vile. They look angry. They look uncontrollable.
This isn't theoretical to me. I'm married to a Native Hawaiian woman. She wore a Trump shirt and she got assaulted. Right?
That's fucked up. Yeah.
She got assaulted. She's a Native Hawaiian woman. She got called a racist. She got called a bigot, a Nazi. Right? Okay. So this is not some sort of hypothetical scenario.
Oh yeah, I know.
Bill Sienkiewicz does not get a pass for adding to this hateful. This is hateful speech. What Bill Sienkiewicz and Jeff Lemire are doing right now is hate speech. And maybe this is theoretical to you guys. To me, it is not. I can see the direct connections. I can see the building of propaganda, the hate your neighbor speech to justify doing physical or economic harm to people. This is real. It's in America right now.
Yeah, and that's what's going to happen. One of us is going to go to a convention, and this crap is going to happen to us. And it's because of people like Bill Sienkiewicz and Jeff Lemire and Tony Moore, etc., that when this shit goes down, what's everyone going to be like? Oh, well, you know, hey, well, their hearts were in the right place. They just they drew new mutants back in the day, though.
I'm just like, I'm at a loss as to how to deal with these people, you know? I mean, on the one hand, you want to convince the people in the center that you're not as crazy as the people on the left, right? So yelling at them kind of makes you look as bad as them, even though it doesn't.
Starve them of money. Starve them of money.
That's what I think. I'm on board
on the right track here.
Yeah, starve them of money. Starve them of money. You know, like,
it's not just that. No. It's more than that. You have to win the hearts and minds of the customer base. And that's how you starve your opposition of money. You have to deliver the best product. You have to respect the customers. You have to treat this all as a capitalistic venture where you're exchanging joy for currency. And we just bring people more joy. We bring families together. We bring people together. And for that, through our comics or games or whatever it may be, they contribute of their hard-earned dollars to our families. And our collective ambitions and goals. And I think that's how we have to treat it. And that's how we win. And that's how you start the other side.
You are 100% right. Thank God you're here with us tonight, Mitch. I appreciate your voice.
I completely agree with that.
And as a matter of fact, Red Rooster in response has jumped up. You know, Mitch is selling Red Rooster tonight, $164,872. We're very close to 165. Thank you to everyone out here. I mean, this is a real thing. The idea of saying, you know, a capitalistic response to this hedonism, this ugliness, this selfishness, the violence of the left.
Yep.
All we can really do is respond in kind by putting out a product. Our words aren't gonna stop this from happening. Our words, you know, as eloquent as we may be, our words will not have any effect on these people. What will have an effect on these people is them losing, you know, on the free market, them being cast out into the streets because they spent so much time. They spent so much time advertising their virtue, signaling their virtue, that they didn't spend any time at all actually promoting their comics and trying to make a living and trying to enrich the company that they work for. Matthew Rosenberg, this clown over there at Marvel, he came out last year and he said, "Let it be known that I will never work with Ethan Van Sciver." Who the
fuck is this guy?
Who are these people? Who are these people that assume that I would work? Do you understand, Matthew? I know you've heard of me. I'm Ethan Van Sciver. I'm one of the biggest comic book artists in the fucking world. Who are you?
Yeah.
I've never heard of you. I've never heard of you. You are not invited to work.
Dude, I'll work with Jim Lee before he even comes close to working with you.
That's
Ethan.
like me saying, you know what? I'm never jamming with you two. It's never happening. Bono, suck my dick. I don't like your politics. You're not getting me in my keyboard up on stage with you. Eat a dick. That is exactly what just happened. This is the same exact thing. Now this clown says, post sad as hell. that I have to say this, but here we are. I think comic books should be for everyone. I think people of all races, genders, sexual identities, religions, and political leanings should make comics or be able to see themselves on the shelves. And I just retweeted him and said, if you guys keep this up, you're all going to be seeing yourselves on the fucking streets. Keep sending Comicsgaters gay porno and threats. It's selling comics. Hours.
Yeah.
Hours.
Yeah.
And it is. And you see it happening right now. You see Doug TenNaples' Bigfoot right now. $41,726. You see Stealing Solo right now. Stealing Solo, $11,878. Why is this happening? You see Graveyard Shift right now. Issue number 1, $31,308 right now. 31. I mean, that's ridiculous. That is
insane.
That's their annual salary. These people. I don't know how they live. I don't know how they live. You see Red Rooster, Golden Age, $164,872.
God damn.
And let me just say,
more than Jeff Lemire's
that's an editor salary.
Yeah, it is.
This is, and then you've got me, Ethan Van Sciver. You can't buy my comic right now. $538,000 plus dollars.
You're the biggest comic book artist in the world right now. Seriously, no lie, you are.
So I mean, these people are absolutely ridiculous. They're absolutely ridiculous. You can't do this. You can't.
You know why they do this? They
Why?
do this because they believe that they are secure, that their industry is secure, that they have jobs at Marvel, that in 5 years they're going to be paid, 6-figure salaries or whatever, however long they stay there. They think that they are secure and that they can talk shit about their audience because they don't care about their audience right now. They're only producing content for each other, right? They want to impress each other, just like independent game developers and games journalists. They write or they produce content for each other. They do not produce anything for the audience.
This is comics.
I don't think they're secure at all,
comics as mutual masturbation.
It is mutual masturbation.
I don't think anybody's secure, and I think that's part of the problem. I think. Oh, right. I think there's an element of fear.
They have this idea, right? Yeah, this fear, and they want to destroy you because they have to at this point.
It's also shrinking. It's the whole pie is shrinking for everybody.
Just
right?
this
And so
month,
everybody's
21
getting the
shops
squeeze.
closed.
That's generally fraying on everybody's nerves, right? And putting people in stressful situations and making people act in maybe ways that they will regret too.
I would hope so. I mean, I regret my actions from years ago. I used to be an SJW. In case you guys didn't realize that.
You're banned.
I looked up
Changing hearts and minds. Changing hearts and minds. Mitch is onto something right there.
That's the thing. What changed my heart and my mind was actually Liz Finnegan. She became friends with me. Liz Finnegan, if you don't know who that is, she's like the cover model for Rags, right? That comic. She was a member of Gamergate at the time, and at the time I was shitting all over Gamergate supporters. But she reached out to me. She showed me some respect, talked to me about the issues that Gamergaters were dealing with, and I listened. And guess what? Here I am.
Hey, Ian's another good example because he put a hit on me on Gamergate, and now he's my friend. So maybe some of them can be turned.
Yeah.
people in the chat are saying that they're so happy Mitch is with us again. And a couple of people are telling everybody to shut up so Mitch can talk uninterrupted.
He's working on your book.
I know, he's working on his book. Mitch, let me ask you a question. Do you think it's a matter of changing hearts and minds, really, or do you think what it actually is representing the fan base that hasn't changed their hearts at all? They love us. They love what comics used to be. They love what we represent. And all we need to do is stand up and represent them to win their dollar. What do you think of that?
Yeah, didn't Reagan had a phrase, right? Because he was a Democrat at one time earlier on, right? And his phrase was something, I'm going to butcher it probably, but I didn't leave the Democratic Party, it left me. And I think that's the way some of these fans are, right? It's just the earth moved beneath their feet. And there's quite a few of them at the height of comics popularity. And they just got left behind, and their kids got left behind a little. They'd like to show them people that'd like to come back, and they'd like to share that enthusiasm with their kids. But the books that they remember aren't there anymore. and the enthusiasm that they remember is no longer there either. And I think if we deliver that product, those customers will come back and they'll share this with their kids and with their friends.
What did you Punisher?
Ethan, I've got to go in just a second. And one message I didn't want to bury, though. One message that I didn't want to bury is we should all try and be the best versions of ourselves that we can be, right? And treat people around us with as much respect, kindness, and compassion. You know, just shouting at these people probably doesn't do anything, and it probably hurts us too. And so we do actually have to be a bit better and show as much compassion as we can. And maybe we can bring some of these people back to sanity, but we can't just give this message a pass, right? We have
right,
to
yeah.
No, I agree. We are the best versions of ourselves. This is Super Saiyan Comicsgate. We are over fucking 9,000, and I want to form Voltron with these boys. I want to stack up. I want us to rise up as a group and actually show these people. We need the fans. We need the fans. We need your support. If you love these guys, if you love their ideas, support their comics and give them the power to do more comics like this. Support Comicsgate. This is just a great movement that I could not be more proud of. Now, every now and then, a guy has to be reeled in here and there, but I mean, we have a common cause. For the most part, I think Comicsgate has been incredibly well behaved. Incredibly well behaved. I couldn't be more proud of us, especially in light of what we are facing every single day. The harassment, the utter bigotry, the gay pornography, all of the stuff that gets tossed our way. We still just kind of, I think we rise above it. I think we stand tall. I think we have kept our ethics and morals sound. They don't see it yet. That's fine. That's fine. I think at the end of the day, history will remember this.
You're the people you want to convince, right? You want to convince the people who are moderate, the people who are silent, the people in the center, the people who will give you money, right? The people who will buy products, who want comics. You want to convince these people. And so think of the SJWs, these crazy extremists, think of them as a foil. When a person on the center is looking at two sides, he's gonna go with the side that doesn't look fucking insane.
Yeah, we're happy. We have a song on our hearts. I had a great time with Ian today. I had a great time with Nasser today. I like hanging out with you guys. This is the happy train.
Yeah.
It's happy because
they're positive. We're producing things. They're not tired. Like, look at these SJWs. Look at their Twitter accounts. They're always complaining about being tired. I am tired of this. I am tired of that. This makes me tired. I am so tired. Oh, a bad thing happened. I am so tired. It's always about being tired. I'm tired at outrage. Yeah, maybe if you stop being outraged over everything, you wouldn't be so tired. You would have energy, and you'd be able to produce something of value.
It's a fart. It's a fart too. It just smells bad, and it's going to go away. It doesn't have anything to sustain itself. They're a big anti. They're a big hate. They're an anti.
Yep.
And that's all not for anything.
Stealing Solo is about to pass $12,000. It's $11,958.
That's great.
Oh, wow.
All we need about 2 more copies sold. A little more than 2 more copies sold. We're going to be over $12,000, man. You guys make this happen for Stealing Solo. One of my favorite ideas of Comicsgate, by the way. This is just a great story of some fans, Star Wars fans like me and Jeff, who kidnap Harrison Ford like me and Jeff. And we tie him up in our basement like me and Jeff, and we force him to reenact Star Wars scenes for our amusement. This is not something Harrison Ford wants to do. Obviously, he seems to be ashamed and embarrassed of being Han Solo. That's weird. And I love
more black lesbians.
I love the earring. I'm so happy you put the Harrison Ford earring in.
They're going to make him say, I changed your hair. You changed your hair.
Is Rose down in your basement now cooking pies for you to eat?
Rose Tico is always watching. I've always been clear about that. I've always been honest about that. I'll show you right now. Rose Tico, of course, she's always looking over my shoulder. Look at her. She's right.
I have a question about Stealing Solo.
Yeah.
Is there anybody gender fluid in Stealing Solo?
I can't reveal that yet.
Oh, well, that's the deal breaker for me. We need more gender fluid people.
It's a stretch goal.
Ethan, I've got to cook dinner. I love you, brother.
Gotta go. All right. See you later, Edwin. I'm gonna
Later, Edwin.
I'm gonna honor these fans. We've got 1,539 people watching right now. I mean, this is how big Comicsgate has grown. Anyone who does live streams knows that 1,542 people is a big deal. The chat I just did with Sargon of Akkad only had 1,100, so this is pretty good.
Nice.
Chaotic Neutral Gaming, $5. I'd steal Cena and Rock. Break a pool queue, leave them one piece, and have them fight to the death. Now that is Chaotic Neutral Gaming. That's a great idea. Kidnap those two guys and see what happens. This guy with the name that I can't pronounce says, Ethan, you still owe me DX7 Bish. I don't have a DX7. I have a Nord Stage 2. But I can make DX7 sounds if you'd like. It does have that potential. Jeff Myers, $20. Thank you. Morrissey was all about raining in London and sadness. Listen, he prognosticated quite a bit. Did you see it? The giant Trump balloon. God damn it. Darth Tico, $5. What's up, Jeff? Nice to see you on Comicsgate. Take a shot on me.
Oh God, I can't drink anymore this weekend.
You must have had a great time, man. That sounds. I love those conventions. The Great White Dope, $1.99. The Wall equals the greatest dad rock album of all time. I like Boston. For dad rock, I like Boston.
Boston's good.
Yeah, that's my kind of rock out band. Armchair Warlord, $2. Race to the Bottom, if you get what I mean, in terms of sending people your asshole. Mark J. Nelson, $4.99. I contributed to Cyberfrog and Lone Star, and I see them on my statement, but Indiegogo does not list it with my contribution. Should I be worried? Mark, go ahead and send me a message via Indiegogo. I'll forward that to my wife. She has all the names listed. She'll double check that for you. Seamus McCallahan, thanks for $2. Nasser is a lot of fun. Did I miss a stream? He's fun in every stream.
He was on my show. He was great.
It was a fun time.
And the little comics, there were little girls and stuff. There were not little girls. There were women on there going, "He's, good job, Nasser." And they were doing little hearts.
Yippee!
They loved him. He was great.
Yeah, I like Nasser being on your stream.
He's a good man. He's a good man, man. You know what I love about him? I wish I was 21 when I self-published my first book. You got a head start on me, man.
Ethan likes that I was on your stream because Ethan now knows that I'm finding more people to annoy instead of just him.
Okay, hold on. Let me sing a song.
Oh,
Nasser's on my stream, and he is a pain. He won't oil his chair, driving me insane.
That's the $100,000 for when me and Donald launch Brutus. It's going to be the $100,000 stretch goal. I get a new chair.
That would be good. That would be good.
I'm going to buy you one before then.
All right.
Cheap chair for Amazon.
What are we doing here? CG is different than Gamergate. Comicsgate is different than Gamergate.
It is different, yeah.
Well, yeah, it is. Let me see why. I totally lost it. Oh yeah, because you are reclaiming conquered territory, says JM for $5.
Yeah.
Hey, I also did Gamergate alone, and I'm not doing Comicsgate alone. Yeah. Comicsgate has way more outed support, happy, proud. These guys, no shaky feet. Yeah, it's funnier. It's funner.
GG was too serious. They had too many different groups, and the developers didn't get enough support. Honestly.
Let's see here. I got a lot of super chats. Thank you guys. I love when we get a lot of super chats. I can tell you guys are digging the stream and you like what's being said. So this is great news. Cobra Viper, $2. He knows he misspelled jabroni. He said shame the shame. Seth Golden, $5. Grab an oar and get in the boat. Coach Malin. That was a great line, John.
Oh, thanks.
Yeah, John said these guys who stand on the shore and want to get across the other side of the river, fuck them. Get in the boat and grab an oar. This is a group effort, and I'm proud of you guys. When you say something like grab an oar, it really brings all of us closer together. That's
vivid. It's vivid, yeah. It projects that that visceral feeling of what we are all feeling intensely, but can't really describe. That's like the best way to say it.
Let's see. Just bought Bigfoot Bill with the sketchbook. Hey, thank you so much for
man,
that.
Cool. Thanks.
It's a great deal. Young Dark Vader, Paige Tico for life. Oh, by the way, that was Peter Charon who said that.
Thank you, Peter.
Paige Tico for life. Paige Tico for life. That's like 5 minutes. She died immediately in the movie. That's a good deal. $5 message retracted. Well, thanks for the donation.
China wishes she lived. Paige Tico. Yeah, they wish she lived. They're like, why didn't Rose die and have Paige live because Paige is hotter? Like seriously, that was their response. Yeah.
That is true. That's what everyone was saying, and I have to admit, I mean, she was pretty hot. But I'm grateful for my Rose Tico. I'm glad she's still around.
Yeah.
Somebody
I like
sent me,
Rose. It's just the character. The actress is fine.
Yeah, somebody sent me sketches of how Rose Tico was supposed to look, like her character design.
Hair. It's the hair. The
hair sucks. She had a hood up with shades, with like goggles, and the sketch.
Oh really? What?
And it looked cool. I was like,
you got to show that to us. Like, I got to see that.
Okay, I will. Let me. I'll show that in a minute. The comics industry needs creators, but you're showing that creators don't need the industry, says JM. That's the unifying nexus for their contempt for you. You threaten all the empires, big and small, in comics. That is true. I keep saying we don't need you guys. We're not bothering you guys. You're bothering us. We don't need you. We don't need your help. We don't need your permission. We don't need anything. And if you want to, eventually you're going to see that we are a benefit to the comic book industry, and you're going to have to shut your mouth. People asking me when I'll go back to DC or the big two. I'll go back to DC or the big two in a leadership position, or not at all. I know that might sound crazy right now. I'm not returning there to work as a freelancer. I will return at such time when I can actually have the power to implement some changes, or I won't ever. And that's just, that's what's going to happen. I'll stay here. I'll happily stay here doing what I'm doing. Alec Munoz, $1.99. Jeff, did you get Judge Reinhold's autograph?
No, we had so many people that listened to the show come to the table that I actually never left. I saw nothing beyond our row, so I didn't get a chance to. I'll have to next time, maybe.
Well, Mitch can probably help you with that,
I mean, I have a
few
stack of Beverly Hills Cop stuff, so
next time you're over.
Mitch can get you his mailbox.
I'll point out his house to you, and you can drive by every evening. Spotlight him. Search his garbage. Eventually, you'll find one.
He was good in what's that movie called? Arrested Development TV show Arrested Development.
Yeah,
when he played Judge Reinhold, and he is a judge.
With the guy who couldn't sing. What's his name? William Hung.
Oh, William Hung.
And he did his theme song. Yes, it was.
He was in Fast Times, right? Wasn't he in Fast Times? Yeah.
Yes.
He was in Vice Versa.
Oh yeah.
Hey, people are now saying, by the way, that all of Captain Cummings' social media has been nuked.
Okay, so something's up. Definitely.
Yeah.
The obvious here, but
SJW's got to him.
That's what the speculation seems to be. SJW's got to him somehow. Like was he public with his name and identity?
Yeah, but it probably got too close to home. I'm just guessing. I don't know. I mean, that's the only reason I could see him doing that.
Because people have doxed my family before. They'll do that. Some people. I'm not saying when I was doxed, my family was doxed. I got a lot of messages of SJWs, but sharing their condolences. They're like, dude, we don't stand behind this. It's fucked up. And so, but yeah, there's a minority of people who are fucking crazy. Without a doubt.
I guess I hope they're a minority. I really do. They're certainly noisy. But they've got to be a minority. People are terrible.
Yeah.
Terrible human beings. Let's see here. Jeff Lemire. A bunch of people are sending me videos of their responses to Jeff Lemire. These passionate videos, just responding to him and saying, "Hey, shut the F up." Not in so many words, but I mean, I appreciate that, guys. That's really good. Hematlos, $5. Jeff, Skyline or Gold Star Chili? Choose wisely so I can back you.
There's a third option if you're from the area. I would always go Blue Ash Chili, but of those two, I'll say Skyline.
Well, it doesn't matter because you just totally cleared $12,300 right now. Zipped right
Damn.
past it.
Sweet.
Fantastic, guys. Thank you so much for your support.
Yeah, thank you.
You know, let's not forget Bigfoot Bill, Doug to Naples, Bigfoot Bill. All the links are in the description right now.
I'm one backer away from hitting 700 backers on Bigfoot.
Oh, look at that. Oh, yeah,
Nice.
Just one. I only want one of you.
Now, John Malin is the guy who is, you know, he's sitting here talking. Well, John Malin, I think, just thrilled the entire chat with his speech about how he doesn't give a fuck about Bill Sienkiewicz. He thinks Bill Sienkiewicz is a piece of shit. And so is John, or not John, what's his name? Jeff Lemire. Piece of shit. Because of that graveyard shift graphic novel, $31,480 at this point.
Yeah, thank you, everyone. Appreciate it.
Nice work. Nice work. I like the cut of your jib.
And we're 6 backers from 600.
Yeah, John Malin. John Malin says things, and I go, why didn't you know? Sometimes when I listen to you, John, I go, why didn't I say that? I'm allowed to say that, and maybe
You are allowed to say that. Yeah. I mean, even I feel that way. It's just lately I've been so. I mean, it's a game. It's the gaming shooting thing today. You know, it kind of just made me like. I just annoyed by these people. You know, not like every day normally I'm just full of vitriol. You know, you see my tweets. I'll be dunking these people.
And I had Nasser on, and he had told me how he was really upset today because the Walking Dead guys, you know, he's collected all their books. He has spent $2,600 on their books over all the years, and one of the creators is abusing him or dissing him. Not the creator, but the artist, just a hero of his, and he was super upset. Like I want the SJWs and the people who say that we're the mean ones to see that what they do to a first-time comic book maker, 21 years old, puts his own money in, paid that industry more than $2,600 for his whole collection, but that specifically, he reaches out to one of his heroes and says, "Do you realize you're calling me a Nazi?" And he gets back mockery and flack or dismissal. Is that what the audience has coming?
It's fucked up.
Messed up. So I get John's anger too. I like the variety of opinion.
I appreciate the
anger. I
express
myself, but I totally get it, and Edward too. I get it.
Yeah, like I fully appreciate the anger, even though I'm arguing for respectability and everything. I appreciate the anger because it's what I feel when these creators say these things about their fans. You know, like the creators of Dishonored, for example. I love Dishonored, one of my favorite games, 2 of my favorite games, I should say. Yeah. And yet some of their creators, not the main guy, but like their writers, are extremely SJW. They're calling gamers profane names left and right, making fun of men, saying they hate men. And it's like, what the fuck? I like your writing. Why are you doing this? Why are you shitting on the people who bought your game? Like, are we really that bad? Are we monsters to you? Like,
but Mitch has the right tactic. Cool heads win the game.
Oh, absolutely. I could easily match back out at them. No mixture. Yeah.
We can have a mixture. I don't mind. I'll be where I'm at. I think we need John Malin to say things the way that he's saying them. And by the way, John Malin is exactly right. When I hear John Malin, I'm like, damn, I feel like a total cuck. He's exactly right. Like, I have every right to be angry that there are these morons, these dummies out there that are basically trying to make it impossible for me to feed my family because they think and say lies about me. So, and I have to go, well, I'll combat this with kindness. And no, we have every right to say, F you, go to fucking hell. You can't say this stuff about us. Right. You guys are dickheads. And stop trying to virtue signal us out of work, out of our livelihoods, you jackass. Yep. And people need to say that and be very, very, confrontational if need be. And it doesn't matter if you change their minds. Other people need to hear it. I always say, don't talk to SJWs. Nasser, don't talk to Tony Moore. Talk to the people that are behind Tony Moore. Talk to the people that are around, the crowd around him. Convince the crowd. You're never going to convince him, but you can turn the crowd because the crowd is reasonable. It's not ideological. Yeah, it's listening. Right. And if there isn't a counter voice to argue against this idiot, then basically, there there's no reason to believe anything except for what that one voice is saying. So we do need to be louder. I really appreciate John Malin. By the way, let me give John Malin another plug. John Malin, Graveyard Shift graphic novel. Murdered scientists put into their own experiments are reborn as a superpowered Graveyard Shift. Damn, what a cool name for a superhero team. John, can you give this chat the run through again?
Yeah, so Graveyard Shift is co-created with Mark Poulton and myself. It's the Universal Monsters if they were the X-Men. It's horror, sci-fi, and superheroes. It's a big genre mix. And potentially, if this does well, then our next, our book 2 will be an even bigger campaign. So like even our $25 tier will be fuller. And Mark and I both hope that with the more success that this could have for our first one, that we can take a percentage of those profits and run it back into the Comicsgate community, which we did with our ash can. We have a 16-page ash can drawn by Comicsgate community member Nerd Wonder. So, I mean, you're not just funding the book, you are funding the Comicsgate community as well.
That's huge. And, of course, you're at $31,637. You are selling books tonight, my friend. And I think it's because, first of all, the name is cool. I love the idea of Graveyard Shift, basically superhero versions of the classic monsters, the Universal monsters. I love that idea. And then you're coming out here and you're speaking passionately to your base. It makes me want to buy a book. I'm gonna back Graveyard Shift tonight. I think I got to do it. I'm really proud of you. I'm glad you're on our side. Can I just say that?
Right on. Yeah.
I'd rather be with you than against you, and I think the SJW is going to feel the same way.
I'm definitely Comicsgate. Just like all you guys else. We all have things that we agree on and things I'm sure we disagree on. But the heart of what we're all trying to accomplish, that's where I'm at, and I just want to be sure we stay true to our message of trying to improve this industry and create a new one if we're going to be fully rejected.
Yeah, we're creating a new one anyway. It doesn't really matter. There's no if. We are doing it.
Right? You're doing it anyway, and you reject them. That's the thing. You reject them. They don't reject you. You reject them. You are the one who knocks. That's what's going on.
We ain't going back. We're gonna keep doing this. We're going to keep raising money. We're gonna build something that's going to be self-sustaining. Stealing Solo, a Captain's Parody by my friend Jeff Hicks. $12,390. Phenomenal. Great work, guys. I think you've made about $1,000 so far in comics in this chat. I think that's pretty great. Stealing Solo, the story of kidnapping, a bunch of fans kidnapping Harrison Ford and forcing him to remake Star Wars in their basement. They could probably remake Star Wars in my basement. I mean, with the toys I have over there. We could use models, and
yeah, like the original Star Wars.
Yeah, they could use yellow screen instead of green screen.
My whole basement is yellow. It's true. I'll turn on the camera. All right, I don't care. I don't, But yeah, Jeff, congratulations. You want to give them? Another quick pitch?
Oh, I just want to first off say thanks to everybody and you too, Ethan. But yeah, it's kind of my response to the whole Star Wars situation. It's been a shitty couple of months. Let's say a shitty 8.5, 9 months. And you got to find humor out of a dark time. So that's what this story is for me. And I'm excited to tell it. I had a whole bunch of new ideas come up at the convention this weekend. And, I'm going to do the trading card and all kinds of stuff. So this week I'm getting back to it. It's going to be, I'm going to be talking about it all the time, working on it all the time. We'll talk about it on the High Council. I'm a little out of it tonight because I've spent the last, 3 days away out of town. My voice is shot. So
drinking and partying.
Dude, I'm at the end of my 20s. I shouldn't be doing this anymore, but hey, it was
you're an old man
of it.
Yeah, I wish I was at the end of my 20s. I mean, I am at the end of my 20s.
I wish I was at the end of my
20s.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not that old, but being in my mid-30s is fun.
It's that Doug Tenaple's Bigfoot build just cleared $42,161.
All right.
That's good news. That's good news for everybody who is anticipating getting the card. What was the card at? 45? They get the trading card?
Yeah, 45 is coming. 45.
Okay. So we're looking for 45,000, and then you're going to be able to. People who back this comic at any tier are going to receive a Bigfoot Bill trading card.
And they're already getting 16 more pages. You just got a little more comic tonight.
It's amazing. Amazing. All right. Great job, everyone. Glad that you backed that. Let's talk about Mitch. Mitch is, I think Mitch is calm wisdom, I would say, of Comicsgate. Everyone likes Mitch. Everyone respects Mitch. Mitch is a kind person. Here's what I like about Mitch when I'm arguing for Comicsgate. People can say, Ethan, but you're a jerk. So maybe it's just maybe you got out of Comicsgate, maybe you got kicked out of mainstream comics and et cetera, because you're such a jerk and nobody wanted to work with you because you're awful. And I'll say, yeah, but what about the Brightwisers? If you're telling me that there's no blacklist, if you're telling me that comics are inhabitable by Republicans as long as they keep their mouths shut, what happened to the Brightwisers? The minute you pop your head up and say I'm a Trump supporter, that's the minute that they proceed to make your life a living hell. And so we have the Brightwisers as an example of the fact that this is something that's happening, and we have to meet it with extreme creativity. Just to pay the bills. I mean, just to survive, we have to be extra creative, and that is what Mitch has been doing with his wife, the beautiful Elizabeth Brightwiser, Betty to her fans and friends and family. Red Rooster Golden Age is at $164,907. It is the third best funded Comicsgate property of all time. Why not go look at it? It's less than $100 away from hitting 165,000. I think that would be a great thing to happen tonight. I'd be proud of everyone. And what do you have to say about that, Mitch? You want to give them the quick kind of rundown, the pitch?
Well, first of all, I think when we were pushed into a corner, Ethan and Doug and John and everybody else, what happened? Right. I mean, we dug deep. We talked to each other, said, how do we come out ahead on this? How do we win on this? We win by engaging the customers and the fans in a positive way, and not treating them like dog crap and sending them nasty pictures and whatever else is going on in this insane world these days. But that's what happens when you put our backs against the wall. Right, and we succeeded. So maybe there is something to our case. Maybe there is something to our argument, and I believe that's what can't stand, but will, for sure.
Yeah. Congratulations on your massive success. I think a lot of people are looking at your comic book enviously right now, and I think that people who read Red Rooster Golden Age 1 are probably. Do you have a title for issue 2?
Not yet. I'm working on it.
Okay. They're anticipating issue 2 as well. I think issue 2 is going to do even better. CD, thanks for $5. You could always ask more about his failed Comic-Con. That's where he tried to tank Cincy Comic-Con. Comic Expo, you mean? Yeah, Tony Moore had a comic convention in Kansas City. I went to it a couple times. It was good. All Out of Bubblegum, $5. I used to have a monthly subscription to a cigar service. I liked it, but I never got all the cigars smoked before the next shipments showed up. Silent Gloves, $5. I went for Bigfoot Bill. Fun. My brother manages a successful comic book and game chain. Get at me if you want some local support for Comicsgate Comics. Silent Glove, that is awesome. Thanks for supporting Bigfoot Bill. Please take a look at Stealing Solo, Graveyard Shift, and Red Rooster while you're shopping. See if those are comics that you also want to back. And get in touch with me about maybe some local support for Comicsgate Comics. We would love all the help that we could get. Tim Collins points out, Tim says Hitler had great oratory skills for $2. Well, that's just another thing we have in common. Young Dark Vader, I'm totally kidding. Young Dark Vader, thank you for, I lost it now. Thanks for $2.79. Tell Edwin to put Hawaiian shirts on crypto fashion. Great, good idea. Diversity in Comics Bear, $4.99. Leftist SJWs pretty much advertise who the human trash is. Thank them for identifying themselves. Snowtep, thanks for $5. I respect Mitch's opinion. That said, Sienkiewicz can go to hell. I will never buy a book from him again. He's sinking bitch from now on. F sinking bitch.
Speaking of Bill Sienkiewicz, you know what someone just sent me on Twitter from him?
What?
Some Cat Staggs person says that this movement needs to be put in place and dismantled, and Bill Sienkiewicz quote tweets it, and he agrees.
Oh wow.
Wow.
Well, fuck him then.
Jeez. Well,
Okay.
that's
Wait, who did this? What was this? I was reading. I missed that whole thing. I'm sorry.
Let me open it back up real quick. This Cat Staggs says that our movement has to be put in their place and dismantled, and then Bill Sienkiewicz, he quote tweets it and he agrees.
Cat Staggs actually wished harm on my daughter, and I know Cat Staggs. She is a lesbian, kind of proud LGBT activist. She's a good painter, and she used to be very nice to me. And when I came out again, as soon as I became a Republican in their eyes, she became vicious. Now, Cat, good luck dismantling us. You're nobody. You're nobody. You have no power. You have no power in comics. We have all the power in comics. You're not getting us. You can't do it.
Right.
You're going to have to produce a product that people want.
I love it because we're
And
just
that is
doing
the
our own
battlefield.
thing.
the battlefield is on Indiegogo. It's in fulfillment. It's in getting these products in customers' hands, and then having them tell their friends and come back in multiples of 2 and 3 for Cyberfrog 2 and Red Rooster 2, whatever, and Graveyard Shift, etc., etc.
I love that we're just doing our own thing and they just go out their way to try and attack us.
They have to. We have to dismantle them. Again?
I'm reading her tweet. It's like she is misrepresenting.
Insane.
Yeah, they misrepresent all the time. She's like, ignoring them doesn't make them go away. Being able to ignore them is a privileged position. They will still attack marginalized creators. You can't spell, apparently. Their movement must be put in its place and dismantled. That doesn't even make sense. How do you put something in its place and then dismantle it? I'm sorry, Kat. Your brain is fucked up.
I think they're going crazy because we're all about to go to. Well, most of us are about to go to print pretty soon.
Yeah, they are, dude. Like they're seeing all of your success. They're seeing all of your books outsell every single thing that they've ever made in history, and they're jealous.
Can you imagine that if we were an actual company, that our competitor company and spokespeople or people working for our competitors talking so openly negatively about us? I don't think it's ever happened in comic books.
Beyond the pale. Yeah, I've never seen that.
It's hilarious. You guys are fans. Put this imagination into your comic books. We might be getting somewhere in this industry.
Yeah.
You guys can't dismantle us. We have this army of fans. We have an army of fans that are supporting our books. We're not going anywhere except up while you guys go down. And that's just, you're going to have to cope with that.
How much of it do you think is a misunderstanding of what we're doing, the general principles for which we're operating, the market that we're intending to serve versus percentage that is just completely insincere, malicious?
People like Kat, I think, are insincere. People like Bill are misled. That is my read on it.
I think 50% they're misinformed, 50% they're dumb on purpose.
Yeah, the dumb on purpose ones are the ones you need to watch out for. They're extremely disingenuous. They use buzzwords. People like Cat Staggs, you can identify them by the buzzwords that they use. I do not like this person. Like, other people, when I see them talking about Comicsgate, I'm willing to forgive them for their ignorance. I'm willing to think, okay, they were misinformed by somebody else that they trusted. But when I see someone like Cat Staggs, I see a disingenuous liar.
Yep. Professor Geek, $5. It's the basic ad hominem fallacy. They concentrate on fabricating a boogeyman out of Comicsgate, so they don't have to posit their own arguments. Harry Bergeron, thanks for $4.99. Mitch's model for fighting SJWs is the correct one. Now is the time to broaden the market instead of fighting them. Yes, and that's what we're doing. We can't focus all of our energy on making sure that those people stay over there. We really can't. Maybe 10% of our energy should be expended mocking them. But about 90% of our energy needs to be in making great comics, growing our own audience. And they're a distraction. They're certainly an irritating distraction. But they're not a distraction that we really need to pay much attention to, because we're going to do fine without them. We're going to do fine whether they like it or not. I mean, that's the thing. It's like, whether you like it or not.
100%.
The only people I respond to are the ones I can use for entertainment and
propaganda. If you could, yeah. I mean, the people who are sending gay pornography here, you're going to get pointed out, and you're going to sell us more comics. People don't like you. People don't like SJWs. We understand that SJWs don't like us. We don't care. You guys are a tiny minority. We're interested in the whole. We're interested in everyone else. I'm sorry, Doug. Angry.
You're good. You're allowed. You're allowed. People are calling you crap that's not true. You're allowed.
I know.
Oh, what? Look. Hey, I think you should be angry. You have children in your house.
That's right.
Mm-hmm. Somebody could have walked in your basement when you pulled open your Twitter feed. This is vile. You should be very angry.
Yeah, and it's not
like I'm completely disgusted.
Some of these their followers, SJW followers, they are dangerous people. They're weird.
They are. They're the kind of people that attack the quartering.
Well, yeah, I know. We have to protect ourselves, however that is. I mean, we do have to protect ourselves. I'm not going to get hit. I'm just not going to let myself get hit. There will be consequences for putting your hands on me, and there will be consequences for putting your hands on me, and I'm talking about legal consequences. Michael McLaughlin, thanks for $2. You should get Professor Geek on your stream. Professor Geek, I don't know you, but if you come, highly recommended. Absolutely. The Remicon blog, $10. Nasser needs credit for posting IndieCron listing. Thank you for whoever created that. Help me to find more comic books to back. However, some campaigns need better videos. Congrats to you all. I think Bigfoot Bill has the best video yet.
Yeah, definitely.
Punk rock.
Yeah.
Comics, punk rock.
Cool.
A lot of fun. OT all the way, $1.99. This better not be gay porn. Sorry, bad news. Phil Ken Sibbon, $10. The SJW comic creators are running scared because you are all creating on your own terms and producing books that people really want to read. Jabba the Hutt, Jarbo the Hutt, like Matt Jarbo, Monday night. Keep fighting the good fight, gentlemen. You can't back down from the SJW mindset lest they continue their campaign of poison. Evan James, $1.99. Thrilled to have you back, Mitch. You've been missed. Yo, for real, Mitch. A lot of people are saying, what happened to Mitch? Where has he been? So, welcome back. You belong here. Liam, $2. Remember, guys, check my vid. Matt V, stay creating. Their hate will burn itself out. Exactly. Hate, Recluse Arc, Grimaldus. Could you share all the channels involved in tonight's live stream? I want to sub to all you kind folks. Hey, Mr. Thundaro, could you do that, please? Could you put the links to people's YouTube channels in the chat so people could subscribe? I'd appreciate that. Hemogen, could you help out? All the mods that we've got tonight. Appreciate you. You guys do great work for us. Jesse N. Hey Doug, playing your game Armacrog just past the chairlift on Crazy Rails part and the ant cannon thing. Love the claymation.
Thank you. We worked our ass off. There's sweat in that game. Sweat and blood of good people.
Mm-hmm. And you guys SJW's SJW's Kotaku, right? Kotaku.
Yeah, Kotaku hit us hard. We raised $975,000, but the entire game's press was absolutely against us.
They set the narrative of you. They didn't like your politics. You're conservative. They didn't like your team because of their association with you. They don't even know the team. They went after you. And this was back in the day when the SJW gaming press had a lot of power.
Yeah,
so they could very easily shut a person down.
I felt the laser beam on me.
Yeah, and now that laser beam is weakened because they're going after everybody, and everybody is tired of it.
Well, we're not alone this time. That's the big difference. Yeah. I feel strong. Back then, I felt I got the crap kicked out of me. That hurt, and they went after my friends. That's what bugged me. Is I have
that's
a
the
mouth
thing that bothers you, right? It's like you can handle yourself. You can watch after yourself.
I have a mouth on me. I've got a thick skin. My two partners on that thing are very quiet. and they
Right.
don't get political or religious in public, and they went after their project and they lost money big time. They went after my friends.
It happens all the time. I mean, I see a lot of passionate creators, full of fire, but then their partners, the people who can't handle this stuff, the people who are vulnerable, who have different projects, they're the ones that the SJWs go after behind the scenes, not even in front.
Yeah.
Behind the scenes, they'll try to get you fired.
Hey, on Bigfoot Bill, they're going after my flatter. My flatter. She's
tell the chat what a flatter is.
A flatter. They flat your pages before you hand them over to your colorist. They do the basic looping, where they trap color and they kind of prep it and set it for them. You pay them a small rate. She's in the Czech Republic, where what I'm paying her to flat is her income, and her relatives are victims of actual Nazism in the Czech Republic, and she gets called a Nazi on Twitter.
Disgusting.
Pisses me off. How dare they?
They go after
all John on them.
They go after artists. I have some high-profile game developers who are my friends, and they are, anti-SJW, very vocal, but now they are silenced because the people who work for them or work with them are targeted behind the scenes, where someone will get a call, will give a call to a publisher and say, hey, don't work with this person because he or she is associated with this other person, and this other person's a Nazi.
Yeah,
that's how they go after people. So
I told her on all Bigfoot Bill books, I'm gonna get her a ton of flatting. I'm gonna probably have her start breaking her into coloring pages too.
That'd be great. Yeah, I mean,
assholes.
The community should know that this is happening, that the blacklisting is real. It's not, just people whining on Twitter, bitching about you. No, they're doing it behind the scenes. They try to fuck you over. They try to fuck over the people you work with, your families. They go after your families. If this doesn't fire you up, like if this doesn't make you mad, then, you don't really understand the scope of what's really going on. And, when I look at Comicsgate, I see a big difference between this and Gamergate. Gamergate, as some of you have mentioned, it takes a long time to produce a video game. It takes years.
Yeah.
With comics, not so long, doesn't require that many people working on it, so it has a much bigger chance to succeed. And I see it succeeding already. Gamergate was never this successful, not even 1/10 of it.
Yeah.
That's exciting to know. By the way, let me read through these. All right, so Seamus McCallahan, $5 2 weeks ago. I donated to so many Comicsgate Indiegogos, and one day my credit card blocked payments until I verified my card wasn't stolen.
Thank you.
Jeff E. Michael, thanks for $5. Jeff, did you ever check out Crackerjack by Judge Reinhold?
No, I haven't.
I haven't heard of that.
I've not heard of that.
That's obscure.
I haven't even heard of that.
What is that?
Yeah, The Homeless Liberal. All of Captain Cummings' videos were deleted. All right, so I think that means that somebody else deleted them, not Captain Cummings. Is that what I'm being led to believe here?
That's just rumor. That's gotta be. That's gotta be.
In any case, they're gone. Is he still on Twitter?
No. Does he fill me up on Twitter? What's his Captain Cummings handle?
Captain Cummings, Cap'n, like Cap'n Crunch Cummings.
I'm pretty sure it's gone.
Oh man,
I looked at it and there was a little Pepe doll. Was that the one?
I don't know.
He wears a green hat, I think, in his avatar.
Oh, this is a ripoff one that I'm looking at. So yeah, it's not coming up.
It says account suspended.
Suspended.
Yeah, so this account has been suspended. Learn more about why Twitter suspends accounts or return to your timeline.
Okay, so they're going after him. That's what's happening. The only way to get suspended is if people report it. You can't suspend yourself.
So they did a mass flagging on all those campaigns.
Mass flagging, yeah. That's what they did. Yeah, I think that's what happened. If anyone has private contact with them, that'd be the best way to find out what really happened.
Wow.
Is there any reason why they would be going after Phil Cummings? Anybody have any reason why?
He's big time. He's second.
He's OG. I mean, there's plenty of reasons to go after Captain Cummings. He's
Phil Cummings,
the guy.
What about
send him a letter?
Anything like
address
recently?
The B. Claymore stuff.
Actually, I might have his email.
Oh yeah.
I'm getting. I love my Batcave. I'm getting messages in all these different.
All your screens.
Yeah, it's fantastic.
I have his email. What should I send him? Should I just ask if he's okay?
Yeah.
Ask him what happened.
Yeah. Be direct, clear, concise. Do the Jordan Peterson thing. Always be sincere.
Okay, I'm gonna ask what happened to his YouTube.
Ask him what happened to all his stuff. You know, it's everywhere's gone. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I like this silence. This is very much like.
I know. I like the dead air. This is
doing a thing. Yeah.
This is
pretty
big.
tense. Pretty tense.
Yeah. So his Twitter is gone and his YouTube are gone.
Yep.
Man.
Well, his YouTube's there. Just all the videos are gone.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah.
Now, what happened to Alex Jones when he was, YouTube was closed down? Was his whole channel gone, or did they strike all his videos off? Does anybody know in the chat?
I don't know. I don't know. Shit. I mean, it doesn't make a difference, so does it? I mean, if your channel's gone, everything's gone.
Well, can he post another video?
No, he can't. He's suspended forever. Yeah.
On YouTube?
Yeah. On YouTube, yeah. He's not allowed to post any new videos. It's all gone. Everything's deleted. Nope.
How do you know that? How do you know that?
He posted screenshots of it. He showed it on the Infowars stream. I watched it.
Oh, no, I'm talking about Philip Cummings. I'm talking about Captain Cummings. You scared the hell out of me there.
I know. I'm going, what? I thought that too, and I was going, really?
We're talking to the chat. We're talking about Captain Cummings right now. Captain Cummings is
yeah, Captain Cummings. Yeah.
His YouTube channel has been stripped of all of its videos. They're all deleted.
It's not suspended. It just says this channel does not have any content. That's all it says.
Okay.
Yeah, his liked videos are still there, but there's nothing in uploads at all.
Would they take down your liked videos if they were going to jack your YouTube channel?
Nope, they would. If your YouTube channel is jacked, it will say this channel is suspended, and find out why this channel's been suspended for what copyright or community strikes. It doesn't say any of that. In fact, it's just it's his about page is still up. You know, it's still got
they hacked him. They hacked him and deleted everything, and then they closed down his Twitter. He probably had the same password on both.
Yeah, that's quite possible. If you look at his Patreon page, there is one latest post, someone asking, "Hey, what happened, Captain? Your YouTube videos are gone." Yeah, he doesn't seem to be updated.
Tim said he's texting Captain Cummings.
All right, let us know. Please keep us informed about this. This is a big deal.
Yeah.
I mean, Captain Cummings, again, he's been a little bit loop-de-loo, in my opinion, for the past couple of months. But, striking down his channel, striking down his Twitter, it's a big deal.
Yeah.
B1L, thanks for $5. I hear Dave Gahan from Depeche Mode has Knicks season tickets with his son. So there's your in on that one. I'll just get Knicks season tickets and go stalk Dave Gahan. A Broken Frame is one of my faves. I think Vince is in New York too. Gibbons 1138, $2. Keep voting with your money. Mitch, I sent you a Twitter DM. If you get a chance, please read. Coronis $1.99. Ian looks like Rose Tico. Ian.
I do not look like Rose Tico.
I start to feel attracted to Ian now. That's interesting. Dex Luthor, Ethan on the big two. T-Bird said it best. There's no going back. This is the really real world. There ain't no going back. We killed the industry dead. There ain't no going back. That's Dex Luthor. Septinov 709. I'm happy I invested in Stardust. Nasser is awesome. Nasser, you are awesome.
He is.
That was a quote from The Crow.
Oh yeah. The Crow. That guy's another one. The guy who did. Evan James, $1.99. Hail, Ethan, Watermelon Balls, Van Skyver. Ethan, did you steal that cap off Ron Howard's bald head? You bet I did, Geek Chorus. Thank you for $2. Vince Garrett, $2. Ethan Huts have cartilage skeletons. All right. I want to hear from Pablo Hidalgo, though. Steve Eames, has anyone seen Four Colors Red, a leftist comic zine on Indiegogo? It's hilarious, but not in a good way. Four Colors of Red, a leftist comic zine. We should look at that. Channel Siscart, thanks for $5. Ethan, cartoonist here. How can I join? Studiosiscart.com. How can you join? It's not a matter of joining. It's a matter of just announcing that you are Comicsgate. You do it kind of publicly. You let people know that you sympathize. Then people look at you and decide if they want to support you based on the merit of your artwork. I haven't seen it.
Then you get your Twitter account shut down.
Yeah, then you get your oh my god, terrifying. Bikini
Well, I would
90.
say be prepared to work. Be prepared to work and show it.
Yep. McKinney 90, $5. Ian, who is more violent, scummier, Kotaku or Polygon?
Polygon.
Polygon's worse.
Yeah.
LCDM, thanks for $5. I just found out that Doug was also involved in the creation of Neverhood. So good to finally find a childhood hero that is not an SJW.
Right here. I'm representing tonight. There's Clayman from the Neverhood.
Oh, cool. Yeah.
I got the that's vintage T-shirt. 20 years old.
Here's the Four Colors Red thing, but there's no art up. It's just
Cobra
a lot
Viper.
of words.
Oh, really?
Oh, I saw that. I saw that.
What does it say?
What's it
It's
about?
so much. It says in 2019, Dr. Trevor Strunk and friends want to spend a whole year, I'm already bored, delving into the politics of comics. Help us fund an initial season of 6 critical zines, then push further into podcast, artist profile. I'm going to die by the time I get to the end
hate
of this.
I honestly hate this. I hate this culture that spawned this. I used to be part of the whole Zoe Quinn thing, and they would always talk about funding zines.
Let's play the video. Let's play the video.
Yeah, play the video. Could be cancer, I bet.
Who's playing it? Which one?
I am.
Yeah, you can't hear the. Oh, there he is.
Okay, he's a soy boy. Cool.
Looking good.
He's so. His face is chubby, and not in a good way, you know. You can tell when someone's muscular, but this guy's all baby fat.
Wait, can you guys hear him?
No, we can't hear him.
Oh. How can I do that? Is there any way to do that or no?
It's an OBS thing.
You can't do that. Drew this thingy.
Oh, he's just talking about how much he loves comics. Let's. He looks like a cuck. He looks like he smells.
He
looks like he hangs around his old high school and asks people for cigarettes.
He looks like his diaper is full.
He looks like he bugs me on Twitter.
I stole that line from someone in the chat, by the way, so sorry for being unoriginal, but yeah, he looks like his diaper is full.
He looks like a shaved Ewok.
Shaved Ewok.
He kind of looks like me.
Okay, we're getting...
Oh, hello, Cecil.
Hello.
Cecil, welcome. Okay, look. We just got word about Captain Cummings, all right, from Tim Lim. Just spoke with Captain Cummings. He's really busy at the moment with school and decided to make all his videos private, nothing else. No time for videos. So he...
Okay.
Okay.
That's good news. It's a little wacky, but it's good news.
It's wacky. Just leave him up.
Leave him up to make money. I mean, these videos.
If you have, it's me.
He's got 1,000 videos up there. Each video probably just gets rewatched and makes about 50 cents a month. That's grocery money. Leave it up.
Leave it up. You make $50 a month. That's cool. Why not? Why the fuck not? Why would you take it down? What the hell's wrong with this? $53.
Maybe he has his reasons.
Yeah,
I know he's got his reasons, but still,
I'm glad
he's a capitalist. It's a capitalist in me.
Yeah, me too.
Well, if he's going to college for something, then he's probably going into a very far leftist cesspool. So it might even be like a safety issue.
Yeah, because he's a cap. Milt Friedman would be rolling in his grave.
Let me finish up. I got 3 more to read here, and then we're done. We can chat. Cobra Viper. Sorry if this is old news, but I just heard Russ Heath passed away this week. A little sad right now. Did you guys know that?
Yeah,
I heard about that.
I haven't followed. Wow, that sucks.
My eyes are up here. $5. What do you think of Lady Death and Nightmare Symphony over at Kickstarter? That's a great question. I think it's amazing. I think that Chaos Comics, which is now called Coffin Comics, Brian Polito has figured out how to use.
Oh my
Kickstarter.
god! So
Using-
Russ, sorry, I just completely
Go ahead.
interrupted you.
No, it's good.
Russ, he drew those World War II comics, right? Those
Yeah.
for DC. I used to fucking read those as a kid. Oh shit. Oh.
Yeah, he did some great kind of Wally Wood kind of sci-fi stuff too. It was really
Yeah,
classic.
I read some of these, and funny thing is, like 30 minutes ago or something, you guys were talking about like old stuff, like old comics and so on. And I was thinking of asking, what are those comics that that they used to make, that DC used to release, for World War II, and I didn't know what they were called. And so I just looked up Russ Heath, like what did he draw on? And oh my god, those are the ones I was thinking of. That's weird. That's serendipitous. Yeah.
The
Man.
Flexington $5 speculating he might have gotten a strike and privates his video so he can appeal. You can't appeal if you delete a video that's stricken. That's interesting. Harry Bergeron, Cummings stopped posting 2+ weeks ago, and his last one was called Captain Cummings is Dead.
That's not good.
I didn't see it.
And what the holy hell is going on, man?
What? Captain Cummings is dead?
Yeah, that was the name of his last video.
Can someone tell us what happened in this video?
Yeah, I wouldn't mind knowing that.
Yeah, I mean, if someone's got a VOD for that, that'd be great.
I'm just taking a moment. I feel sadness.
Yeah,
Me too. He was
like-
one of the first channels I found.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he was the videos that I used to watch to get up to speed with what was going on in Comicsgate, and was writing about it for the Daily Caller.
Yeah.
Man,
People in the chat, meanwhile, are saying no one cares about Cummings.
that's not true. That's not true. A lot of people care. I think you can see a lot of people caring here. F's to Paris.
Some people are saying it was clickbait. His video.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Hey, Doug Naples Bigfoot Bill graphic novel, $42,373.
Oh yeah,
Doing very well.
that's fantastic.
Thank you guys for supporting that. Stealing Solo, a Captain's Parody, $12,565.
Ooh-wee.
Clearly the most successful comic of the night. Congratulations, Jeff.
Thank you, everybody.
And Graveyard Shift is at $32,199.
Yeah, and we passed 600 backers, so thank you all very much.
This is great news. Red Rooster Golden Age, $165,014. I just wanted to see that 65 happen.
Yeah.
Well, dead. Thank you guys.
That is great.
I like memorable numbers.
Me too.
Yeah, these little, they don't mean much, but man, it feels good when you reach kind of an even number. I don't know why. It's just fun.
Oh, so when we were talking just a second about Lady Death, I looked at the old campaign that he did earlier this year, and that did 230,145 1988 backers, and right now it's currently at 254. So he's increased his monies by $20,000 with 11 days ago, and he's at 1,825 backers. So Brian Polito is growing his audience, and that's really good to see.
It's
Good move.
possible.
Good tactic.
We got it. We can all do that.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, he's got like 17 books, so we got to get to work.
I'm gonna do this for a while. Tim Riggs, $2. Shout out to World Class Bullshitters on Comicsgate. Yeah, everyone's excited to see Jeff in here.
What's up, Tim? How you doing, man? He's one of the people that came out to the convention this weekend.
Oh, that's great. That's great. Where is Cecil? No, Cecil's here.
I'm here. I have something I wanted to say, but I want to let you finish.
No, I'm done. I finished all the super chats.
All right, I have a question. What do you think the reaction would have been if you sent a close-up picture of your hairy asshole to Alana Smith? You think it would have been this quiet, 10 days for a reaction, or you think the entire fucking world would have blown up if you sent that?
I can answer that. I'd like to.
You know what I mean? I think honestly, you'd be accused. And then here's the thing. I think you were sexually harassed, and I was talking to the guy from Riccietta Law. He's got the website, YouTube channel, and he's looking into it. And if this guy ever got any kind of encouragement from an editor or a higher up at DC, you've got something. That's fucking completely. If it's sexual harassment on a woman, it's the same thing if it's sexual harassment on a man. That would have been sexual harassment if you sent her a dick pic.
And it was a dick pic. You could see his tiny little dick there.
Oh, I didn't see the unedited picture. Thank God. But I'm saying, fuck it. Like they would be going for your throat right now, and we kind of laugh it off as like, look how stupid they are, and they are stupid. But you know what? Fucking make them sweat a little. Fuck it. I would contact DC, be like, an employee of yours is doing this. I'm an ex-employee. And your current employees are sending me fucking sexual harassing pictures, and I'm getting a fucking attorney. That's what I say.
I agree with Cecil 100%. This is highly disturbing. Your stepdaughter, your daughter could have been in the room when you opened this. This is horrible. I can't believe you're not more upset right now.
You know what else is messed up about this? Donald just pointed out that Robbie was working on an all ages book, so his account probably had minors following him too.
If this guy still has a job tomorrow, then we fucked up because we laughed this shit off. There should be fucking holy hell.
I will call DC over
it's not
this.
funny. It is not
funny. It's fucking.
My wife was upset by this.
He's working on a book.
It should not be laughed off and be like, ha ha. It would not be laughed off. If we did it, it would not be laughed off. Believe me, they'd be trying to destroy your life.
This fucking book that he's working on with Zoe Quinn, it's designed to be encouraging for teenage girls and all that. And this is the guy drawing it. And obviously many of them will know him through her, right? They follow him through her. And they're going to see this. People are traumatized by this. Sure.
No, it should never get even fucking, it should be dead on arrival. They should, I'm telling you, you should, this is your ex, this is your ex, and your ex-employer's current employee is sending you have a fucking case. You're being harassed by current employees of DC. No, fuck that shit. Go after them.
Yeah, this is not like a matter of like free speech or, someone saying, hey, fuck you. Then, it's nothing like that. This is them sending you sexually harassing images like of themselves, like in the nude.
Gross. Do you think of any fucking Republican or a Comicsgate person that was working for the big two did this to somebody? They could go walk into work tomorrow or just start handing in pages like nothing was wrong. They'd be fucking gone.
Yeah, in a heartbeat. They'd be sued by the company.
Yeah. Fuck it. Make him sweat. Anyway, this guy, this lawyer, he was helpful with Zach on his tortoise interference case there, and he says he's looking into it, and he's like, a current employee going after an ex-employee, and fucking God forbid somebody in DC, like a higher up or an editor, encourage this guy to do it, which he may say if he's under fucking pressure.
No editor at DC encouraged him to do that. Come on,
no,
my God.
But you can get him.
They're fucking out of their minds, Ethan. You don't know that.
At DC, they're not out of there. They're pretty conservative.
Well, maybe he was a Marvel editor.
A Marvel editor, that's different. There's a possibility.
Marvel, I've seen plenty of dumb DC editors.
I've only seen one.
This guy's coming into some money too, isn't he? The creator of Gwenpool. Spider-Gwen. She's going to be featured majorly in a movie coming this Christmas. He's coming into some cash. Maybe you're fucking.
He's going to get money.
He's getting a payday. Maybe you're entitled to some of that for your fucking emotional.
I am. I'm entitled to all of it. I'm entitled to every penny.
For your pain and suffering. Yeah. Are you having any kind of PTSD from this?
Yes.
You're about to get Spider-Gwen money, my friend.
I mean, look at Brianna Wu. Look at I think Zoe Quinn as well. They all claim to have PTSD from Twitter. Can't you play the same thing? Honestly,
fuck it. Go play their game. Play their fucking game. Don't even
use their rules against them. Use their fucking rules against them. Make them live by it. There's this wonderful quote. I think Abraham Lincoln said it. He said that the best way to get rid of it, like a really shitty law, is to enforce it strictly, and in a heartbeat it will be gone. And that's how you do it. Like I said,
This guy's got stuff going on in his life. He's got a new series with this Zoe Quinn character. He's got a fucking movie coming out based on one of his characters, and he's got time to spread his asshole and take a picture. Fuck this guy.
I wish I had that kind of time.
I mean, everybody can make time if it's important. I understand.
It is important. I mean, Yak could say thanks for $20. I've officially backed everyone but Jeff and Nasser. Nasser, I'll be backing you. I'll be getting back to you in September, October, like you said last night. Jeff, I'll be getting JJ's mystery box next week. Congratulations, everyone. I appreciate you. We appreciate you too.
Thank you.
All of Babylon just showed up. What is this that Cecil's talking about? Please recap on this subject. And yeah, these people, pull the BS of accusing everyone else of but they never are held accountable. What do you guys want me to do? You want me to take this?
We're forcing Jeremy to hold that guy accountable.
All right. I'll take care of it. I have lots of friends in DC. No, I'm not going to sue him.
This could be your best year yet. You could get money for Spider-Gwen as well.
Just get him fired.
Get him fired. That's enough. Honestly,
send it to HR.
I think he probably got himself fired, guys.
I think he's probably already fired, fellas.
You're under a lot of stress. I could tell you.
Shut. What are you saying, man?
I think he's probably already fired. I think he's already gone. I think he's already had the phone call. That's my opinion. I don't think. I think it's more protective of their brand. I think they're probably already made the call.
If they know about it, I don't know if they know about it. The PR guy. I added their Vertigo and DC, but I don't know if the editor saw it. I know the PR people might have seen it, but it is a Sunday. They might not even have noticed, and people spammed that damn account too much for them to notice anything.
Well, they're going to notice it now because I'm fucking talking about it.
I think it's important to at least email the HR department and tell them what's going on. You don't have to sue him. You don't have to do all of that stuff. It's a lot of work.
No.
But, Ethan, would you wear a neck brace?
That'd be good enough.
I'll wear a neck brace. Just pull it around. I strained my neck. Whiplash.
You got whiplash when you opened that picture, didn't you?
I don't want to say that. I don't want to suggest that I got whiplash because of that picture. That just means I did a double take. Listen, what the crowd can do, what the audience can do, what the chat can do, is they can email DC Comics. You can email Dan DiDio. You can email, a lot of people over at DC Comics. Basically, everyone's address at DC Comics is their name with a period between it at DCEntertainment.com. So Dan.DiDio at DCEntertainment.com. You can certainly do that if you'd like to. You can complain. You can find out who the editor is of this book. You can feel free to do that on behalf of your own outrage over this. I'll make a phone call.
You said it's at DC Entertainment?
At DC Entertainment.
And put hashtag analgate.
I don't take it seriously. I don't think they'll take it seriously if you use the hashtag.
I probably won't do that.
Yeah, don't do that. Yeah. Funny, but don't do that.
That was a joke.
Funny, but don't do that. Michael, some people will take it seriously, but don't do that. Yeah. Instead, just complain.
Michael McLaughlin, thanks for $10. $10, get a lawyer. Both DC and Twitter have standards, and you were targeted. Cecil is right. Who is with me?
I am.
Dank Plank. Oh my God, the super chats are coming up. I can't. I gotta. I'm sorry. I'll get to the super chats later. They're moving too quick now.
For you.
Too much money's hitting me in the face. Too much.
If you contact DC, be respectable. Somebody says, and that is key. Be respectable. Write a serious thing. I want you to talk. I mean, these guys who are like, hey, what if, my kids walked in? What if, I
know an angle for the story. Honestly.
What's that?
Talk to Tucker Carlson about this.
Well, who, me? I don't know Tucker Carlson. I mean,
fans. Everybody needs to add Tucker Carlson and tell them about what's going on. You can link to my tweet on the subject because it's pretty in depth. I actually explain what happened, and link it to Tucker Carlson. He might see it, or his producers will. Rather, his producers will see it, and they might want to invite Ethan to talk on the show.
About somebody's asshole? I don't want to talk about that on TV.
Well, you can also mention Cyberfrog while you're there.
I mean, I don't want to connect Cyberfrog to it.
I mean, it will be.
That's so funny.
But it will be about Comicsgate, and he needs to know that Comicsgate is a conservative. The creators of the movement are largely conservative. Not all of them, but it is a freedom of speech thing. That's exactly in his wheelhouse. So yeah, he'll like that sort of thing. And yeah, I mean, if you got to talk about the guy's asshole, then so be it.
What do you mean?
I just sent Dan an email.
Yeah, you could send Dan one. You could send. I'm
gonna send Jim Lee a fanboy email though.
Okay.
So if you're like a dad or a mom comic book fan, right, and you've got like a 5-year-old or a 7-year-old or a 12-year-old running around the house,
or a 40-year-old,
and you follow a DC, you follow a DC or Marvel comic book creator, right? And this is like you're following Ethan Van Sciver because you're a fan of Comic Artist Pro Secrets or the Fandom Menace or whatever, and then this happens to pop up on your feed in your computer in your bedroom or whatever, and your kids are around. This is not cool in any way at all. This is really, really bad. So it doesn't affect just you guys. It's like it affects all your fans because their kids could have all been in the room.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know.
It's something heinous. The heinous. It's something DC wants to be connected to. I'll tell you that they don't want to do
that's
with
for sure.
They
give a call. Put a call out. This
is a PR disaster.
Yeah, make a stink, Ethan. No pun.
Hey, absolutely, and this is a guy who is drawing a comic for teenage girls.
Well, I'd go to my Twitter, copy the photo or the tweet, retweet that tweet far and wide. There are 1,579 people in here watching right now. Retweet it, get it out there, get it around there, let people know this guy nuked his account. Not nuked his account. He took down all his tweets to hide from what he did, but not before everybody saw the tweet, not before I saw it, and not before it got screen capped by a bunch of people. So feel free to go ahead and share this, let people know about it. It's embarrassing. I don't want to talk about getting pictures of gay, some guys.
Do you want to know the worst part?
What?
It wasn't even a good picture. He was blinking.
Oh my god.
Oh no.
Horrendous.
Oh, no,
horrendous.
no.
Yeah. So, I'm willing to be supportive of that. I don't want to get that much into it. I don't want to sue. But we'll let DC know.
Yeah.
We'll let DC know.
Well, we need to spend our time
creating, I have a lawyer looking at it. He does hypothetical videos on like current event things that happen on YouTube, and he'll just do a video of whether you have a case or not about this, whether you want to listen to it or not. He just does that. He did one about Zach. I think he's going to do it. He told me he's looking at it. He's watching your video and he's doing a little research.
Coffee Hunter says, "Why is Ethan soft on DC, but he wouldn't let Marvel off the hook for the same thing?" There's a wide valley between DC Comics and Marvel Comics.
DC's still sane for the most part.
You have to understand.
DC's like 90% sane.
Yeah.
I also buy their comics. Their Batman stuff is all right, But Marvel, fuck no.
Marvel would have been responsible for this. I mean, Marvel probably would have put him up to this. At DC, they don't put up with this. DC Comics has always been very, very good to me, very good to my family. I left DC on great terms. Mm-hmm. And I don't have a complaint about DC. I know that people find that hard to believe, and people want me to bash DC. I don't have anything bad to say about them. They're always good to me. They're still sending us big royalty checks, big bonuses and stuff, looking after us. They've been good to me. And I don't believe anybody over there would do anything like this. I don't think they would perpetrate this, and I don't think they would tolerate this. So that's why. That's kind of why, guys. I hope you understand that.
Well, we'll see their reaction. If he's still got a job, then you're wrong.
Well, look, that's up to them. That's up to them. I don't care. What happens to this guy doesn't benefit me for him to lose his job. If he loses his job, that's fine. If he doesn't, that's fine. We're still doing this. All I care about is Comicsgate and Cyberfrog. That's all I really care about.
Productivity.
What I got out of this already was I got to make a video called Robbie Rodriguez hates us because he ain't us. That was that was worth it. That's it. That worked out. So
That is the best.
I'm quite happy.
Is that monetized?
No, it isn't monetized. It got struck immediately. And I can't. I have it under review, but I have a feeling it's not going to get. Still
Well,
worth
the screen capture above the photo has it says 30 minutes ago, so it had been up for 30 minutes.
Yeah.
You didn't just like pop it up and show it to you. It was
I saw it. Everybody sent it to me. I mean, I saw it. So that's the thing. Dank Plank points out for $2. He said, "What if James Gunn showed his booty to you, eh? How do you know he hasn't?" K Brady $1.99. Whose book was the dude from the pick working on? Zoe Quinn's Goddess Mode. DC Vertigo. Zoe Quinn's book. Zoe Quinn's artist, and he's got Zoe Quinn's attitude.
That's correct.
New rule: we win, USJWs lose. Brian says for $2. Yokosi $2. Cecil's 100% right. Do not let this shit slide. Rakita Law is here. Hi. What up, BVS? How you doing? We're talking about this situation, and few people here are interested in whether or not this is a case for a legal matter. Is it a legal matter instead of just kind of a matter to take up between HR at DC Comics and an employee or a freelancer? Jake Beal, $5. Captain's last vid said he was going into military training. This Navy vet can tell you that sea schools are no joke. He will have no life for a few months. Sad Squirrel, $1.99. Spank his hairy ass out of DC Comics. Sad Squirrel says, Jim Bobo, $2. Cecil is right for once. Hashtag heinous anus. Diversity in Comics Bear, $4.99. Say you identify as a woman and that anus picture will carry extreme weight. I just like the word anus. So
You might have to pick him out of a lineup, though.
Yeah. my wife goes, yeah, but is that his butthole? I'm like, I don't know. Like, how would I know that? No, it definitely isn't. His is different than that. How would I know that? I'm assuming yes, it is, because that's funnier. McKinney, $95. If this fool is showing his butt, DC needs to show their boot. Now, these are all good video titles. Yana Huel, like John Della Rosa's tweet to DC, 250 likes already. So John Della Rose already sent a tweet to DC, retweet it, like it. Seamus McCallahan, $2, took Cecil to point out that you need to stand up. Well, Cecil's much braver than me. Much braver than me.
How many retweets does this have?
I don't know.
Mine's at 97 retweets, 363 likes. It's to both DC and Vertigo.
Nice. Polymer, $5. If you sue, would you be able to finger that hole in a lineup?
Oh, God.
That's. Wow. I mean, look, it's funny. I know,
but it's like it's creating this mental image, And so
yeah, I realize that.
Ethan, you should get that guy on here sometime, Rikieta Law, or go on his show. He was good. Actually, that was the one place Zach came out of like a groundhog and actually went on his show for a while, for a night.
It seems like he seems like a good guy. I don't know if I want to talk about this. I mean, it's
no. You're linked to this forever now.
It's your logo. It's gross.
The brown starfish.
Well,
you can't even make a joke about it. It's just so awful. It's disgusting.
I cannot believe that this dude sent you a picture of his asshole.
Dude, it's only just beginning. Comicsgate is hilarious. It's fun. I mean, I love it. We're winning. They're scared. They're acting up. I love that they're misbehaving like this. I love that they're acting nuts. It's great. It's great. It's great for us. We're selling comics. And we look good. I think we look good in comparison.
Oh, yeah. This is great optics, as opposed to their optics, which is just a brown eye.
Horrendous, yeah. Horrendous, ugly, stupid. I dig it. I got to admit.
It was not a power move.
Yeah, no, definitely not.
Not in the animal kingdom.
No.
I mean, it basically... He is presenting to me and establishing that my dominance over him, and that's in the animal kingdom. That's what that means, essentially. Big Chap, thanks for £2. Yes. An anus too far. Next step will be an endoscope shot. Oh God, I hope not. Risky Analysis, $2. Business emails are not private, but watch the spin. Business emails. I don't know what business emails are about. Darth Bobcat, Goatsy, guys behind the times. Okay, very good. Yeah, I don't. He was presenting. Rikita Law, get the drinks ready, says Jorge Rossetti. We might have fun with this. Yeah, Rikita Law likes to drink while he makes videos about law. He's got a nice liquor cabinet behind him. I've seen it. It is awesome. He is awesome.
By the way, the chat is so many jokes going by. Somebody said something.
I can't keep up with them. Go ahead.
He was drawing Starro, the brown.
Chocolate starfish comic.
Oh my god. Yeah. There's a lot of potential here. Corona says, will you change your name to Comic Anus Pro Secrets? Probably not. Chad Nelson, Comic Artist Hole Secrets. That is all. I'll take that under advisement, but probably not. Lord Asterman, $2. Robbie is a passionate Max Bemis fan. Confirmed. Max Bemis, of course, the writer of Moon Knight, who invited everyone to feast upon his ass. Mr. Thundaro, $2. Comicsgate, send me your rears. LOL. Oh my god.
Pie hole.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's return to some sanity. I mean, I want to see how these comics are doing. I'm sorry, I can only take so much of that.
Yeah,
these people are disgusting. Let me see. Did Bigfoot Bill sell anymore? Yeah, it did. Bigfoot Bill, $42,449 right now.
Backers.
Nice.
That is great. Stealing Solo with Jeff Hicks. Let's see if that jumped up. It did. $12,625. Thank you. You guys in the chat are being really kind. You're being really supportive. Sold some more Graveyard Shift, $32,236.
Awesome.
And let's see if we can get a little more for Red Rooster. Nah, we didn't sell another Red Rooster, but that's okay. $165,014. I don't think Mitch is complaining, but he would like to sell a few more copies if that's possible.
It'd be great, but it's been an honor so far.
See this back here? That's a copy of X-Men #2 in mint condition. X-Men #2. Right behind my head.
Yeah, I see it.
I licked it already. I took it out and I licked it.
Is it made of butter?
It's mine. It's not going anywhere else.
Isn't there a problem with light, like hurting that or anything? Or
he doesn't have any windows. There's no.
There's no windows in here. But what about saliva hurting it? I mean, I told people, I'm like, look, I spent the money on this thing. Somebody kept it very lovingly safe and pure and clean for 50 years. This is it.
And you lick it.
Yeah, now I'm licking it. This is last stop, baby. Last stop right here.
Did you open it? Did you open it and read it, or did you not touch it? You're like, I'm not gonna.
No, I opened it and licked it. I didn't read it. I haven't read it yet. I haven't read it. I need to get 1 through 10, and then I'll start reading them.
You need to lick it on camera, though, Ethan.
I'll do it right now.
Yeah, do it.
Yeah,
do it.
Yeah. You want me to do it right now?
Yeah. Hell yeah, do it.
My favorite thing about those old comics are the adverts, like the things that they would have, like they'd sell you like a whole rocket ship for like 50 cents or something. Like I love the adverts.
Did you just say advert instead of just ad?
I guess adverts. The ad.
I love how mint that looks. Honestly, it looks really good.
It looks good. The only thing is, look on the back. It's got my birthday, 9/3. Ready? Hold on. I gotta put the camera on myself.
Yep.
I'm gonna lick a copy of X-Men #2. I hope you got. Well, I can't. Where's the mouse?
Where is your mouse? Did you turn off your monitor?
No. Well, I mean, I want to put it. I want to just aim it at me. Well, I'll just talk through this. Nobody talk. Ready?
Yep.
There we go. I licked it right up the back.
Ew.
It was actually good. It tastes like the Silver Age.
Ew.
I bet it's got silver fish on it somehow. You know, like
I taste them. I do lick these. Comics. I'm like, they're mine. They're mine. People in the chat are saying, "What the f? What the f?" They're really outraged by this.
I love it. I love how triggered they are.
Yuck! Why would you do that? Because it's mine. It belongs to me. Yeah. I like it. It's mine. I bought it. I can do what I want with it, and I choose to lick it. Some of you would read it. I choose to lick it. Okay. Somebody said it went down $40 in value. That's okay. It was worth it.
Well, to someone that wants to replicate your DNA, it just went up quite a bit.
I would think so. Yeah. Now, what if Stan Lee licked it? Then what would you guys say?
It would go up by $1 million.
That's correct. So, let's not be so judgmental. Let's not be so judgmental, ladies and gentlemen. Well, I just want to tell you guys that I love you all, except for Cecil.
Understood.
I love Cecil. I love Cecil.
Do you really? You
I
do?
Oh,
Since
yeah.
when? Since when?
Always.
That's such a lie. Cecil, what do you think about that?
Cecil.
I like false compliments. That's fine. I also like people lying to me if they're saying they like me. I have no problem with that. There we go.
Wouldn't you rather that I lie to you and tell you that I don't like you?
Yes.
Because it's a lie. I love Cecil. When Cecil's here, everything's better. I love having Cecil around.
I'd tell him if I didn't like him.
Me and Cecil are gonna act out who's on first.
That'd be nice.
Yeah.
Piece of Power Slave. Thanks for $5. Comicsgate is kicking ass tonight. I love listening to this stuff while I draw. Welcome. We're happy to have you. JR, this tainted love you've given, I give you all the soy I could give. Take my tears, and that's not nearly all. Oh, tainted love. Oh, tainted love.
Beep boop.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, guys. I think that's it for tonight. I'm gonna get to work. I'm gonna work until 6 a.m. or so. But I love you all. Thanks for joining. Thank you all. Thank you at home for being with us tonight in this very extraordinary episode of Comicsgate Live. In these extraordinary times, we're so glad that you're out there supporting us, listening to us, and standing up for, I think, what's right. It's clear that that division right now between right and wrong is more clear than ever before, and we're grateful for you guys and your support. So with that, you guys want to say good night?
Yep.
Good night,
everybody.
Good
Good
night,
night,
everyone.
everybody.
Good night.
See you tomorrow for the morning show, folks. Bye-bye.